I'm muted. I was muted the whole time. I was testing you to see if you noticed, because I knew all along exactly what I was doing. What am I gonna do here? I need to do like I don't want to do Mass Effect. I know I said I would on the Discord, but that's not quite. I don't know. I'm feeling uninspired. Let's just do. See, I don't even know if the FTL soundtrack is being flagged or not, but I'll put it on. You can see here that I got a third monitor, so it's practically on camera. I could probably put that on camera, and then you guys would see the credit for what I'm playing. There you go. Credits on screen. I'm doing the best I can. I've been uploading and 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 uploading constantly. It's been absolute hell, actually, if I were to describe it, because I have to go through all of my videos, and I get to see how all of my impressions are stupid and I shouldn't do them. But yeah, let's here take a look. You guys can see. Wayne Johnson, thank you for subbing. Loading. What are you loading? Oh my God, there's motion at the front door. It's package season. So now I have monitor 1, monitor 2, and monitor 3. I need to figure out how I'm going to use all of these monitors effectively so I can stream to y'all. I'm still working on it. I'm still organizing stuff though. I got the Quiet Fan, the one that Short Lurker actually recommended and I made fun of. And I got tablet screen protectors for a child's tablet that are the exact size of this screen, because I figured Rygal didn't go out and just design their own screen size, you know? So something has to exist, and then I found it. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit while I'm here. These are headphones that I never use. I'm like down here. Boom. Boom. This was from the servo motor. What is this doing over here? This should go somewhere else. It's just like a thing. Well, maybe you can just go back here. There's a lot of dust here too. Whoa. My 1-inch cube. Couple collets. Toothbrush. File. I got this basically drawer organizer that I'm gonna put here. Oh my God, there's a lot of dust here. Disgusting. Grindstone. What are these? Oh, these are deburring tools and micro end mills. Ooh. Those scare me because they're so easy to break. This stuff is just not necessary. I don't know why it's even up and out. This all should be stashed away in a drawer. I've been on kind of like a neatening up kick around here. Okay. How's it going, Wayne Johnson? Thank you so much for subbing. I appreciate your sub very, very much. You're nice and early. It's snowing out. What even... Oh, these are for that electric probe that I don't think I have anymore. I'm gonna throw it out. Go. My God. Look at all this dust. The filth. The filth is taking over the shop. Oh my God. Oh, I had a giant... Oh no, that's a saw blade. Neat. I'll go somewhere else. All right, so I don't have paper towels down here. Oh, yeah, I do. There's a whole thing of them right there. So I do have paper towels, but I'm gonna use a wet wipe on this thing. This is like next level dust on this shelf. Ooh, it's windy out. How's everybody doing? It's snowing here, so we're having a nice chill day where I don't have to do a whole hell of a lot. Also garbage day. Not that that's related to anything I'm doing here, but it means the garbage bins are empty. Go. That's the first time I've dusted that in a long time. Whew. Okay, so now, put this up. Ta-da! And I'm organized. Amazing. I've done it. I finally organized. All right, let's see here. So brushy, go here. That bin, put the wider one in the next one. LEDs are not even supposed to be over here. Let's see. The clamps and the square. I guess the square is going to stay. Clamps. Let's do the bigger brush here. Hammers, hammers, hammers from the other side. Ah! Well, that's not really even going to hold that. Let me put it like that. That'll keep it from falling over. Hammers, hammers, hammers. Oh, okay. Maybe if I'll do that. Yeah, that's good. Pencil. Or a pen. I don't really think that needs its own bin, but different type of brushy. Although this one goes in the pencil bin. Oh, no, but I use this one for machining, so I might as well just put that there. This is a measurement tool that goes up above. Anything else? Not really. Micro clamps. Those are better for circuit boards, but they come in handy every now and then. I hope I can get this synthesizer working anytime soon. I'm not too happy with the progress that I've made so far. And then Dave's thing, the M303, is going to require some pretty heavy surgery. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I'm doing to Dave's thing. But it's probably going to be reverse engineering, mostly. Mostly. They mostly reverse engineer at night. Mostly. It's my high grit grindstone that can just live right there. And then collets. These pinch clamps. I mean, I could put them there. Put them a little lower, too. Drill bits over. Maybe that's okay. Oh, and the file. Finishing file. Put the other file in here, too. Now I'll always know where it is, except for the times when I forget. You know what? Ew. Move this toothbrush over. Because I need bins for these two. Well, the pen can go. File, file, hammer. And then the collet wrench. There we go. Much better. Every shelf has so much stuff on it. Yep. Four-sided die. And then deburring bits can go back there. Perfect. So much better than it was. Oh, and the snail. Boop. There we go. I had to install Roblox on my cousin's Xbox for his son. It took way too long. I know nothing about Roblox. Roblox has been around for a long time. It is an insane, basically, making money off of children's effort. It's pretty crazy. I'm Mr. Streamer Man. Did you know that it says starting soon? Yeah. Die a little inside every time. Every time. Actually, what's really killing me is having to go over all my VODs. All of my jokes are bad. Did you guys know that? Like, when I'm joking around, it's actually really terrible. It's not funny at all. There's no humor. It's terrible. And then I laugh, and it sounds awful. It's listening, just listening to yourself on an old recording is tough. But I have to go through and mark down everything that happens during a stream. Oh, there's another brush here. Keep finding these things. I think I bought a pack of them a long time ago. Keep finding them. I think this music will be safe, but I've been going through and muting everything, and I've had to keep a text file for all of the songs, just in case the song doesn't mute. Because sometimes it fails to mute. Bring that up. I also installed... I now have 3 monitors. Here, let's get way back here. 3 monitors, so that I can organize all your guys' shit. Because I have to have certain things up on screen. Here, let me get YouTube chat up real quick. This is how I have to do it, because it loads a new URL every single time. Let's open that up. That's the whole stream. I can hear double. Ah! Okay. And then it needs to be... Grab the chat. No, I can't reach the part that pops it out. So go to pop out chat. And there's that. But that's not how I administrate the chat. In order to administrate the chat, I have to go into my own... the YouTube account and actually open this up. So now I can moderate over here. I can't stop the video monitor either. That's just got to run. It's just resources that my computer probably needs. desperately. Roblox is free, just all the things the game costs Robux. And you gotta buy Robux with real bucks, right? Because that's what, I mean, that, so it's like the creators of the custom games in Roblox, the kids who are doing all the modding, make like nothing for other people's purchases. They make no money. They put a lot of effort in. Let's see, and there's the regular Twitch. This is where I'm actually moderating the Twitch chat. This is the actual active window, and it's where I can see my view count as well. So I'm gonna bring that over here so that I can see YouTube chat and moderate it. I can see my chat and moderate it, and then I can see a combination of both, and then a similar web page is used for the on-screen chat. Whew. Oh, that white window over the corner there is not helping. Making chat readable. And now I have room, so this is the nomadic streaming window. So when I am talking to you guys, I've got my face cam right here is now aligned with the video, so it looks like I'm making better eye contact with you guys. It actually looks, I probably look like I'm looking over your head when I'm looking at myself. Yeah, it looks like I'm sort of staring up. It should be, I should do it a little bit over to the side, because that way, I'm there. See, now I'm actually looking at you guys, essentially. So it looks like I'm looking at the text. All right, got that. Put money into a stupid pay-to-win browser game? Huh. Yeah, I've barely ever bought into that. Like, I think I put like $10 into iTunes and I bought like an Orbital album back in the day. You have to catalog open? Yeah, I do. What I do is I have a I have this Notepad++ window, and that has the descriptions of all the videos in it, including all the minutes, which are when stuff happens in the stream, so that you guys get chapters on those. So you can pause it and do something else and come back if you want to watch the VOD in full. There's at least, you know, I did some semblance of organization on it, and that'll help me go back into the stream, back into the video, and get the stuff happening to put in, to cut through and make a video on a project. But then at the very end of this document, I have the music status. And so this is the status of the whether or not, which videos have music that's being muted at the time, and I can check to see whether or not that goes through, basically. I'm actually going to do that now because I think these are almost done. So I go to this window over here. There's so many monitors over here now. Yeah, okay, I can go back through this one. This one is still checking. I don't know why this one takes so long to check, but it looks like only one of them. And All right, so that means I take the title here, Kuromuku, and analog mic preamp, EQ, and I put that in there and I hit save. And then I go to this, and then I go mute song, and I mute it. Continue, mute. And then right from this window, I hit reload so that it remains responsive, because it gets real sluggish. So there's one found there. Burn the subs, fitting a tray. That would be burn the subs, fitting a tray. So when this one is done checking, it should say no copyright, but for some reason this one takes forever to check, and I don't know why. It looks like it's processing it up to HD. It gets very low priority, I guess. But every single video I upload, I have to do this multiple times. Sammy can dump the chat log into a file. I mean, I've got chat up on screen now, so I don't need that. I could potentially take a log file of, what do you call it? Like the Streamlabs activity for a stream, and save that as a text file and just include that with the video. But I would rather go through it myself, because it's like if I take, I'm not marking down when everybody subs anymore, because these videos are no longer going, all the subs are no longer going directly up onto a board. There we go. The subs aren't going up onto a board anymore, so there's no point in me marking it all down. Let's cover over those so it's a little darker over there. There we go. Whew. It's a lot. This new monitor is good, but it also doesn't have a stand where I can move it around. But having this extra monitor means I can dump all the stuff that I don't want to often look at all the way over there. And then, yeah, Bob's your uncle. Jeez. That all exists over my head. These little organizers are great, by the way. I like them. I like them a lot. Where's my pivot? Okay. No, I want it to be the other way around. Sorry, working on the camera. Little earthquake there. These things are great. It really helps me save space because everything stands up and takes up less room, and you know, stays in a place. I have relegated my third screen to the hamster dance. This is a necessary thing that I must do. This music versus this scope. I am not used to this yet. This feels weird. This feels weird. I'm not used to it. Need that to be a little darker, the shadow around chat, because that, well, I'm sure on a, hold on, let me full screen preview. Tools, no, where is that? View, multi-view full screen, put it on this one. Oh, that's multi-view, wait a minute, I don't need to see all that at once. Holy crap, wait, what is going on? It's too much. If I were to go and like buy like a high quality TV, I would put that probably up in the background and then have all of these scenes up on it. But I'm sure this is using a lot of resources. So I meant to do a full screen preview. Where's the full screen preview? Multi-view windowed, multi-view full screen. Did they get rid of it? Transform order, lock preview, preview scaling. Oh, right click on the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, full screen projector preview on this one. And now I can see whether or not... Okay, it's legible. That's pretty legible. And then if I go over something light... Yeah, the box around the chat needs to be a little bit more prominent in order for it to be better visible. How's it going, Brink? Everyone does this. Everyone's done this. This isn't original. Everybody does this with their camcorder. Okay. Well, good thing there's nothing expensive over there. I just smacked my Dr. Pepper. That's not a euphemism. I just smacked my Dr. Pepper. Good thing I found the paper towels not 2 seconds ago. Yeah, this is like the death of Oh Bother's ego is happening right now. I am slowly losing my ego because I've had to watch my own streams over the course of the past couple days. And I'm going to have to do it for the next probably 100 days. It's probably going to take me 100 days to get through all these. Because I can do about 3 a day. And I've got 307 videos to go. Never gets old. Do you laugh at people falling over? Are you one of those psychos? All right. Oh, my audio monitors need a home too. Where am I putting those? Where am I putting my audio monitors these days? Probably can get them off of this. This screen is already full of chats, though. This one is all full of, like, moderation chats. Let's see. So I need to go to there. Those are my 2 chats that I want up. Although that's rather bright to have. And then this center monitor is another dump. So I can throw some stuff on that. It's much larger. I've got more pixels on this one. But that's more of like an operating monitor. And then the one on the left is the one that I show on stream. Like that. So that'll be an OBS dump when it needs to be. You can probably make this larger for this screen over here. And if I talk to you guys, I can take this over here and it'll be a larger preview of myself. That's pretty good. Yeah, a much larger preview. Okay, that'll work. That'll work, that'll work. So yeah, while I'm on this screen, oh, and then you guys need to be, yoink, there we go. And that'll be my distance. Perfect, there we go. I should probably put a desktop icon like right on this chat window so that I can see when, so that I can make it again, because these always, if I put this like right here, because then I'll know that I need to cover that over, and once I cover it over, then I'm at the limit for this scene, so that chat, my own personal chat monitor is not visible. I need more monitors already. It's come to a point where I need more monitors. Yeah, Display Fusion can do it. There is a Node-RED, not a Node-RED. There's a Streamlabs plugin that'll do it as well, and that's the one that I'd want, because then in my setup I would just have to hit a button and it would set up everything the way I want it to be. I don't know how it's supposed to be set up yet, so there's no point in using the tool yet. I need to get used to my setup and figure out how I like things, and then we can proceed. You know, great advice, but it's totally like it's not applicable at this point right now. I'm still figuring out what things will look like. I haven't streamed yet with the setup, so those can go all the way down to the floor. Those can go all the way down. See, these used to have start menus under them, so I need to get the start menu away. And then these can be genuinely very large on this higher quality display. It's a $200 display. This is nice. Fancy Zones is part of Power Toys for Windows. No. Listen, I got a thing that works on the Stream Deck. It's just like there's a thing. I already have it. It's in here somewhere. Studio mode, cam control. There's a whole like Windows thing in here that can rearrange things, but I don't need a tool to do this. I have a thing to do it, but okay, let's say I listen to you guys. Let's say I listen to you idiots. You idiots. Let's say I listen to you. I still don't know where the windows are supposed to go. I don't know where they're supposed to go. I don't know where they go. It might need a plugin to do it. I don't know, but whatever works in Steam Deck, because then I hit a button and my stream blah, 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 sets itself up. It'll start all the apps. It'll get everything in position and stuff. But I don't know where to put stuff yet. This is my first time actually using. I decided to do this like kind of on, live. Windows 11 can save desktop layouts. Again, I'm not using Windows 11 and I don't know where stuff is going. It's all this advice about like, oh, you're tying your shoe. Well, these are the best shoes to use. It's like, dude. Listen, I use Fusion 360, so I'm not going to be moving to Linux anytime soon, unfortunately. Wow, OP, you wear shoes? Come on. I got to get used to the start menu being over here, because I frequently look in the corner of this monitor over here to try to see what's running, to glance over and see what's happening. But the start menu, I've moved to this monitor, which is my own private studio space now. It doesn't have a lot going on, and I can move stuff over to this space if I need to like observe it. But now when I use the microscope, I have OBS right behind it. Yeah, Fusion 360. I don't know if there's a Linux version or not. Let's check. Probably pretty frequently searched. It is a GitHub project. That sounds like it would very, very quickly be left in the dust. Autodesk Fusion 360 is a cloud-based 3D modeling. Yeah. Problem is, usually only works for systems that have Windows or Mac OS installed as an operating system. Wine, originally acronym for Wine is not an emulator, is a compatibility layer capable of running Windows applications. So this is just like Wine's setups for Fusion, I guess. They're like selling you on both. It's just the back end for Wine. Is there any way to install Fusion on Linus? Issue. Solution. Fusion cannot be directly installed on Linus. It is only available on Windows and Mac OS. You sons of bitches. That's it. That's all we get. One page. Do we have enough music left? Oh yeah, we have plenty of music on this. Oh, Commander Big M, you resubbed. I missed that. Oh, Mr. Streamerman, do you know that it says starting soon? Oh, so that was actually your, well, your message that scraped off a little bit of my soul was actually you subbing. Can we get this learn more to go away? No, apparently I can't. It's always at the top of the what do you call it? Always there. It'll just get pushed away as I resize. If I click learn more, wow, cool. Was this helpful? No. How can we improve it? That's private. Boop. But it's still there. How do I get rid of it? There's no Xbox on it. Dumb. You guys can see what I was talking about, right? Yeah, you can. Like, the other thing is that I gotta crane my neck in order to see what's going on. Oh yeah, the hovercrafts are here. The hovercraft racists are here. They are cleaning up all the leaves because they've lagged behind in it. But it's snowing outside. So I wonder if, is it done snowing? Well, it's still gray as hell. Trying not to be so tiresome, chat. Be so tiresome. Basically, Rob Oz calls it Linus, and I thought that was cute, so I'm calling it Linus as well. Oh, Linus, that operating system. Yeah, so this is what we're going to work on. I got the fan that I made fun of, the one that says stay quiet on it. It's the only 50mm fan that says that it'll be quiet. And, oh, I got to figure out where this is from. Hold on, let me pull up the Amazon page. Oops. And oh yeah, there was a great shot of Willow sleeping over there, but the people who are doing the leaves had the audacity to walk by the door and set off the motion alarm. So she charged upstairs, and so now that I'm yelling at the furniture, I don't think she's going to be around. I don't think she's going to join me for stream, unfortunately. So I wish I could show you guys my cool dog, because she's really cool. I know. She doesn't have the wherewithal to sign consent forms. I don't think she would sign them. Where's the... Oh, this is the one that I wanted. Jeez. Dumb. Yeah, so I can have another window for project stuff. Go over here, go to there, and I can do... Actually, I should open this in private because there's a lot of Christmas gifts being bought. So you guys get to look down for a minute here. Yeah, you guys get to look at that. And then my orders. And then I need to find the screen protector that I bought. And oh my god, there's so many little... Okay, there we go. Super shields. So yeah, this is a Super Shields 3-pack for Dragon Touch Y88X Pro. And I looked at it and I was like, 7-inch screen, because that's what the Rigel has. It just has a 7-inch screen, and I was like, maybe that's like a constant, you know, because Rigel's not out here making new what do you call it? Making new screen formats. So I got this thing and it's exactly the right size, so we can just use that. I don't have to cut anything. I don't trust myself to cut things super nice. I mean, maybe if I got the paper chopper out, that would work, but this one we don't have to cut. I think the bevel on the corners is going to be just slightly off, but that's okay. Now, you guys can come up. You guys can come back up. Check out the new setup. It's crazy over here. I can't quite get it all on camera at once with like the rack in the background and everything. Of course, the day mode window is also a problem. When I'm streaming, I typically have this light in my face, so it makes sense for me to have a day mode screen. Everything else is going night mode though, so I mean, I guess it's whatever. There we go. I now have 3 monitors, so when I talk to you guys, I can just move this over here. And it'll kind of look like I'm talking to you, although I should look up and to the right just a little bit from the camera, because that way it looks like I'm looking at on-screen chat. I'm not talking any differently than I normally do, and my filters are the same that they've been for quite some time. And I've had to watch all of these videos. I hate it. I hate it. It's listening to my own voice. My voice is a lot higher than I perceive it to be. I think I've got this deep manly voice. I don't. I've got a lot of treble in my voice. I have a high voice, and I didn't think about that, and now I have to listen to that for much of my day, because I am taking the old videos and making them into YouTube videos. The VOD channel isn't popping off, but it does have content. It has a lot of content on it now, so that's been my goal, is to get the VOD channel up to snuff. I keep looking over like this. I need to move you guys back over here. Here we go. No, there's no getting used to my voice. There's just redoing the mic setup so that it sounds better. So you guys sound like the voice that's in my skull, or you guys hear, yeah. Starfield analysis, a quick retrospective. It's 8 hours. It's a real retrospective reviews. Yeah, video essays are getting out of hand, but I mean, holy shit. Did you see the YouTube and You from H-Bomber guy? That was an expose. That wasn't a video essay. That was like a crazy amount of research and the death of a couple channels. I think Internet Historian will survive just by the fervency of his crowd. They're crazy, but holy shit. I think I watched it like twice, but I've not seen this. H-Bomber guy is a video essayist, and he does a lot of like deep dives of like actually looking into stuff. And he looked into a couple channels in regards to plagiarism, and he found shocking, like, word-for-word copies that change words in order to make it sound like they did the research, but they're just reading an article. Like, just insane. Just wild stuff out there. YouTube is a wasteland. It's a wasteland. And we're in it. Here it is. It's crazy. I always want to watch his videos, but they're so long. They're you know, I don't know. You're sitting here watching a stream, right? So, yeah, the AI content and the auto-generated stuff and the stuff that YouTube doesn't police is just crazy go nuts. But there's been a lot of drama about plagiarism as of late. But boy, oh boy, I don't understand what brings somebody to... And not only... So not only is it the same content, it is not something that you can just put a citation on, because these guys are going through the language of the article and they are changing it around so that it sounds like they did the research and are not reading an article. That's the important part of this. And it's the part that even my friends who are fans of Internet Historian, they didn't catch that. They said, oh, yeah, it's so funny. He could have just cited. And I was like, I didn't want to be insufferable. I didn't say anything. But what I wanted to say was that he had to do, like, in regards specifically to Internet Historian, he could have saved himself all this trouble with an email. He could have emailed the article creator and said, hey, I really want to do like a fun animation over it. Would that be okay? And they would have said no. And then he could have moved on with his life. Or if they said yes, he could have done his whole video and still done the little changes and given a citation at the end for this article that was really well written, and it would have been fine. But you know, they can say no. That's the worst thing that an author can do. No, I don't want you to adapt that. But it's like, yeah, it is word for word with changes in the article that make it sound like the person presenting this to you has done that research. And there's multiple channels that have done this. It's nuts. It's crazy. I don't know what would bring somebody to do that. Have I accidentally plagiarized anything during my time streaming? I pull stuff up on screen. I mean, I'm a little greasy weasel when it comes to the audio that I'm playing. Like, specifically, I'm playing the FTL soundtrack because it's game music, and game music isn't as well policed. But I'm not using the audio to propel my stream. I'm using it to fill airspace while I start the stream. So I don't know. That probably is still plagiarizing. But I'm healing. I'm building my way out of this by building a synthesizer. Yeah, it's pretty much word for word. Yep. Some dude making thousands by making an OnlyFans for his AI-generated girlfriend. I think I've heard of that. I just didn't want to like look into that dystopian nightmare. Am I conscious? We don't know if you're conscious, but you're an OnlyFans now. Yeah, and that's the clarity. That's the clarification that H-Bomber guy brought to that giant video, is that you know, you can cite sources and you can do it deceitfully. So you can have an extra text document with all your sources in it, but if you are just reading them word for word, that's not enough. You have to get approval from them. Like, it's real scummy behavior. And it's unfortunately a big like waste of our time. Like, some of these channels might have had good content, and they are entertaining if they would change their ways just a little bit, right? Like, genuinely, a lot of work went into the one-sided video Man in Cave from Internet Historian. A lot of work went in there to do all that animation and stuff. It's good work too. It's funny and punchy, but wasn't his article. Hopefully. I mean, the fallout is kind of funny. I got another monitor, chat. Oh boy. I've been cleaning up a little bit. That's why you can even see the desk over there. Working on it anyway. I had a friend come borrow some low noise adapters for his server project, and he was like, "It looks a lot cleaner in here." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" No, it doesn't. I need to run the vacuum though, because that thing's gonna fill up with dog hair almost immediately. There's so much dog hair. So much dog hair. It's crazy. It's insane. Like, if I look behind any surface where it's hard to sweep, there is just dog hair. It's ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Crash Organism? Who I used to call Crash Orgasm because I can't read. We're dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I have both chats up. I have 3 monitors now to accommodate for it. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm slowly getting used to it, and since the 3rd monitor kind of moves everything around, I need to get used to the new setup and where I can peek to see things like how many viewers do I have, or like what are people saying, or what are people doing that needs policing, stuff like that. This is my first view of the setup. Now, if I move the monitor over here, then I need to use this button because I can't get to the Stream Deck from there, and I need to get the Stream Deck XL working, because if I plug in, I can't use more than 1 monitor without going insane. 2 monitors is the sweet spot for productivity. 3 I didn't really find much use with in my normal computing, because I would use the 3rd just to do like system monitor stuff. And when I got a Stream Deck, I was able to put the system monitors up on that. So then it was 2 monitors and a Stream Deck, and I had enough room to kind of spread out. If I'm working on something and I'm listening to something at the same time, it can get a little clunky. I want that 3rd monitor put on something to watch, but I'm not at the computer as much after we got a dog, which is a good thing. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's just I've got the Stream Deck that helps me do, because like the system monitor stuff is what I almost knocked that over again. The system monitor stuff is what I really care about. Yeah, the music subject of me blatantly stealing music that I don't have approval to broadcast. I need this to start making bleeps and bloops. I've been working really hard on it, but we haven't gotten there yet. There's several modules that I need to tune. I need to get back to a couple little projects with them, like larger resistors on a couple. It's a lot of work. I don't think Julian really understands. Monitor 1, 3D numerical flow and transport model. Monitor 2, oh bother. What the hell kind of smart person work do you got going up next to me? I don't know if I approve of that. It's too smart. That's too smart. 16:9 width, but TV height. I mean, look, if I had a big, like, regular TV, I would definitely mount it all the way up here and put all of my video monitor stuff on it. All the video monitor stuff for the broadcast. I think that's similar to what Djibouti's show does. They have several monitors in front of their desk. I would love to see pictures of that setup. But I'm sure they have EQs and compressors for all the mics individually, which is probably pretty cool. Luckily, mostly it's just me and the two-stroke motor fumes down here. I feel sleepy. They're doing all the leaves out there in the snow, and so two-stroke smell is absolutely everywhere because they've got like 8 guys with leaf blowers, shovels, and then like a big, what is it? It's like a trailer that sucks all the leaves up and dumps them in a truck, and it's just all at once, just all the motors at once. They just got through our area, but the fumes are settling down. I tried to take a drive in order to get rid of the smell because I was like, I can't breathe out here. I'm gonna go to Wawa and get a hoagie. So I went to Wawa to get a hoagie, and the guy behind the counter had, hold on, I'm gonna burp. Okay, I burped. Guy behind the counter had such strong cologne that it was gassing me out. I could not breathe, and it even got somehow on my hand. It's almost gone. I can still smell it on my hand. Oh my God, it was like chemical warfare. I couldn't breathe. Dual up monitor? 2 stacked 16. People have been doing the wide stack, haven't they? How do I get a link from this thing? I'm like sitting here clicking it like an old man and I can't. It's like, let me. I have to do this. What? Oh, because it decided to highlight the whole thing even though I highlighted it up to a point. Thanks. Clunky social stream thing. Yeah, I don't think I need that for $600. That's a little ridiculous. That's more workspace than I think I'd ever need. As a stack, if this was stacked, I don't know. I don't think so. They specifically say for video editing. Well, that would make this into the nice video editing computer. No, it's just the highlighting in this is severely clunky. Something went wrong with my Twitch a while ago and I lost all the channels I follow. Oh my God. Workmate was talking about burn the subs. I prompted with, oh bother. Anyway, I'm back. What? How do your workmates know who I am? I'm just this dumpy streamer. Clearing out workbench, miss electronics. Man, yeah, I'm trying to clean up around here. It's a huge hassle. But burn the subs is still not a thing yet. I have the whole board set up for it. It's just we need to finish a little bit of the water cooling stuff, and then we can get into the wiring and then the program. So there's a couple steps still, and I still need to bend a tube to water cool the laser for fun. I guess we shouldn't go to CAN bus for it because it's already like 4 wires to get all the way to the end of the drag chain or whatever. Yeah, that needs to happen. We need to get back to working on that. It's been a lot of synthesizer work here lately, and yeah, those are fun. Analog electronics is like a different discipline compared to digital. It's an adjustment, and the adjustment has been tough. But getting back to burn the subs would be nice because we're gonna get back to burn the subs with a hook for me. Yeah, I know, and it's not much of a hook, but man, it does get people. We need to get back to that. We will definitely get back to it. It's just, you know, I'm looking at streams from 2021 where I was still working on this board. It's been a lot of work to get back in and improve everything 1 or 2 degrees, you know, just like slightly better. Everything has 3D printed brackets and stuff. It's been a whole process, a lot of hours into that, but we know what we're doing. We'll get back to it. The Sonic Jewelry Cleaner Teardown. I gotta look for that one. I'll let you know when it goes up on VOD, because that's a good one. Well, it's more like, so we had trouble with this because it was like one user kept gifting me subs, and they would gift sub and gift sub and gift sub. They would always be hilarious joke names. Haha, so funny. But it was all the same juvenile sense of humor and the same structure to all of the accounts. But then when people looked at the age of the accounts, they varied greatly. So it may be down to just that person's sense of humor, searching for an account to gift a sub to, or, and I suspect they were making joke accounts the whole time. And I think maybe the accounts don't have to be that old to completely blow away that bit of investigative journalism looking into the ages of the accounts to see whether or not they were made just before getting a sub. But one of the principles of Burn the Subs is that really the names should be censored by Twitch. I shouldn't have to be censoring these things because these are established Twitch accounts with at least email verification, and they're ridiculous. They're terrible. There's some awful names out there. And that was kind of what was fun about it. It's just like, I do need like a kill button in case there's like racism and some other things on there that are just not gonna make it into my channel. You know, I put the Bosch on one that was my real name, and it's like, why'd you do that? Like, don't do that. Like, just don't. So now there's a Twitch account that's my real name that I have no access to. It's great. I mean, there are other people with a similar name than me, so, and I know it's not their account. I have so many schematics open right now. Well, yeah, that's why you need like a Kibosh button, just to put the Bosch on something quick. Like, oh, thanks for the gift sub too. Oh, nope. But again, I can't tell you guys exactly where that line is. I can't, there is a line. There's a line. There's a line, and people know how to cross it. But I can't tell you where the line is, because you guys are gonna go right up to that line and go, ooh, is this over the line? Or is this over the line? Or is this over the line? Oh, you're being inconsistent. You're being inconsistent. I fucking got you. I got you. You're dead. You're dead. I'm taking you down. You're inconsistent. And it's like, stop. Like, I don't have the energy to deal with that. So you don't know where the line is. I don't want you to cross that line. That's it. These are the kinds of things that I need to pull apart and analyze. This circuit right here, this whole oscillator right here is not functioning. That's this lower left-hand portion of this. There's an oscillator, and then it's split out and turned into a square wave and a triangle wave. I need to figure out how and why that is not working on Bic and Tick, and it's requiring me to go to the depths and figure out what component did I put in, namely this transistor right here, that doesn't work. I've ordered a functional equivalent of that transistor, but it seems like an N-channel FET is all that's really needed there, which I have and which I put in, and it seems to not work. I don't know how to test the circuit up until that point, and that's why I need to like get into all the reading and the different circuits that resemble this oscillator. In order to make a sine wave, they have these supermatched transistors that are getting like an input from somewhere. I don't know exactly how they're working, to be honest, but somehow this thing is pushing and pulling the voltage in order to do that. I actually have no idea how they're working. I think it has to do with the N-channel FET too, doing something with yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. I've read it about 5 times and nothing is stuck in my head. I need to read it alongside the schematic and really point stuff out and take notes. It's the only way I'm gonna learn. How long have we been doing this for? 50 minutes already. I guess setting up all my windows and stuff was a bit of a rough thing. I'm so arrogant, chat. I don't know. I feel so arrogant watching my old videos, thinking I'm entertaining. I'm like, really? This guy thinks he's entertaining. What a boob. What an absolute fucko this guy is. Yeah, maybe we should get started. let's get started. This might be kind of a short stream, it depends. I mean, I guess we're gonna look at a little reverse engineering during the second half, and that's gonna take forever, so I never think that. You're thinking it right now, you're saying it, you're nudging the person next to you going, hey, can you believe this fucking guy? Let's get FTL out of here. We're gonna be using FTL until I can figure out other safe music to use, because I'm a greasy little weasel when it comes to the music. I am stealing DJ sets where the DJ has bought broadcast rights to the songs. I have not. So I can't do that anymore. Not with YouTube breathing down my neck. I have to use something that people... Yeah, I was saying at the beginning that I'm not going to use Mass Effect, even though I said I was going to at the beginning of stream. I don't think it really fits the mood quite right. Yeah, right. You're lying. You're just lying through your teeth to me, aren't you? So yeah, what are we doing? We're working on the improvements to my scope. I just got 3 monitors, and I have been working on uploading to YouTube during my absence. I was feeling dumpy last Tuesday, so I canceled stream, and instead I just upload. And then I got an early bed, and I felt a lot better on Wednesday. So I'm fine. I probably am going to need to get something to hydrate with in the middle of stream, but yeah. So I have been uploading to YouTube, and it has been a mental hit to watch myself talk to you guys. And I'm talking to you guys in the same way that I normally talk to you guys, and it's so much different from behind my eyes than it is from your perspective. So I don't know why you guys watch me. I'm terrible. But anyway, self-deprecation aside, yeah, let's work on some stuff. I just got a 3-monitor setup. Everything is crazy. The only way that I'm going to learn how to use this properly is to use it, to actually use it to do my stream. So let's do my stream. What I got lined up are some very simple projects. I found this screen protector. It's a 7-inch tablet screen protector with no camera cut in it. The one that I got was from the Dragon Touch Y88X Pro and Y88X Plus Kids tablet screen. I don't know, man. It doesn't have any camera cut in it, even though the tablet seems to have a camera in it. But cool thing about it is that, you know, this is a 7-inch screen, 7-inch protector. Done. The old, I don't, you know, everybody's familiar with that specific tablet. This one was also a matte screen protector, M-A-T-T-E. So I think it's a good one. High quality optical material. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this thing is. So that's what we'll do first. And then I listened to Short Lurker and I bought the super quiet fan, even though it's going to be run undervolted on this thing. This might be a slightly higher quality fan than what was already in there. It's 50 millimeters. It's got larger legs over here, so we can either cut them just short of the screw, or I could try to drill a hole in them so that this will screw down where the old fan went. And it's also translucent blue. Fancy. But hopefully this will keep this as cool as the previous one. The previous one, I've put this back to where we were, where we started. A previous fan keeps this at round about 50 degrees, and so we'll make sure that it does through the system menu. So now we have our baseline, and we can try it again. My friend borrowed all those low noise adapters from me, and he put them into his server setup, and he says his fans aren't spinning anymore, so I don't know what's going on there. What's up, Uro? And then I got to figure out how I'm going to get all the lint off of this thing. So let's just take a look here. Bring you guys in over here. Oh, and I need my light. They're low noise adapters for his fans. I don't think I'm installing anything in his computer that way. I don't think it glows. I don't think it has LEDs in it. It would be nice if they put just like one little blue LED in there, so it had like kind of a ghostly glow. I guess we'll find out eventually, but that's the backing and this is the mask. And then the corner is just a little bit different. But ultimately this does fit. It seems to be falling into the little area that the previous screen is glued into. Yeah, this is the new scope. We took this apart, and I got all the way down to where the screen is, and there is a solid piece of plastic behind this because of the way screens are installed now. Screens are installed in things like tablets, and tablets are trying to be as thin as possible. And in these tablets, in order to become as thin as possible, are just glued layers. So your circuit board is glued directly behind, taped, double-sided taped, directly behind your screen. This thing is not designed like this. This thing is designed for accuracy and modularity, probably. So it has this big sheet of metal and a little connector on the end. And the connector on the end connects it to the front panel over here and the screen. And the screen is actually taped down onto a huge piece of plastic that's behind. Basically, this piece of plastic goes behind the screen. So this is taped to that. That's how they're building stuff nowadays. And I guess that gives you a nice solid surface for all of your touching, instead of having it be like screws around the perimeter here. It is just this piece taped down. So I tried to remove this so I could put the sticker on it, so I could put the screen protector on it, and then cut it very accurately by tracing it with the X-Acto knife. The scalpel. That didn't happen. That can't happen because that's not how this thing is built. I would have to heat it up and then peel off the screen, and that risks breaking it. So I'm not doing that. So that's why I went to Amazon and I searched far and wide to find the Dragon Touch Y88X. It's a 7-inch screen. You know, you figure a lot of companies are going to be buying the same stuff in order to do this, in order to make their tablets and whatnot. So I can actually feel where this falls into the screen, and I can align it that way. Hopefully it'll go on smooth, but I wonder if we should use the method from that other, if I peel this out this way, the other screen thing, let me go get it. This one here. Let's steal these guys' method. And their method involves taping down the screen thing. Although if I tape it on this side, I won't be able to get to the peel things. So let's flip that around. Now I'll be able to peel them. Just find that edge. Oh, it looks like it's there. I might actually have to cut this. Looks like it doesn't quite fit. It's just slightly larger than the screen. What? What the heck? Well, if we gotta shave it, we gotta shave it, but that sort of fits there. All right, this is the best we can do. And if there's a little lip up here, then I'll have to be real careful because it's like it's off by like a millimeter. It's not a big margin. I'd rather this be slightly smaller, but I can't. Won't be able to cut those corners very nicely. I could just like put this on a sander and just barely work away a little tiny bit of lip. Yeah, it's up there. I see it. Well, what can I do about that? I thought, it's so close to fitting. It's so close. Let's just try it out. I mean, there's not much for us to lose here. So this kit came with these stickers that you use in order to very accurately place the screen. I just moved it. So you peel it up and then clean, and then you can put it back down. Try it. All right, it's 2 of these. I'm done. And this goes away for a bit while we clean. Time to lean, you got time to clean. Okay, put that up on something a little bit so it doesn't unpeel itself. It's kind of unpeeling itself though. And then we got to clean this thing off. So I'm going to use our alcohol swab. I have, the one we have isn't really, it's not a guillotine. It has like a roller. It's got like a rolling cutter. So I don't know if I would be able to cut this plastic material with that. That's sort of a tough one. Money tucked away after selling my house. About time I got an up-to-date scope. I love these things. The only problem that I have with the Rygol DHO, the new Rygols, is that they take a full 50 seconds to boot. Like if you're trying to just measure something real quick, you can't, because you're wasting a full minute waiting for your scope to boot up. Well, it's like a rolling cutter. If it's unable to cut the material, it's going to make a huge mess of things. I gotta make sure to get all the little bits of lint off of this thing and all the little hairs. Gotta go. I do have a fan behind me and a lot of dog hair in the shop, so I gotta be real careful. But then the next step is to polish with some of this stuff. And then I have the sticker that's designed to remove any lint, but I don't want to have to use it. I want this to be like super clean, and then I can deposit the screen protector without little bits of stuff. Needs like a clean room. Need to have a high-class clean room to do this. This is not enough. I need the big... Here we go. The big boy. I know. You can get it so that there's literally no material between the two, and yet there's still a little bubble that won't go away because there's one little grain of something that worked its way in magically. This is weird. The alcohol left like streaks that I have to like buff out. I don't want to buff on this because I don't want to scratch it. I'm already buff enough. Another thing I'm not doing is I'm not emoting enough when I talk to you guys. I need to move my face around. I need to emote more. I'm too stationary. Starting to notice that about streamers that show their face as they move around a lot. I'm too like headachy all the time to express myself like a theater kid. Too introverted. All right, we're getting there. I just keep getting little dots of stuff on here. Is my shop that full of dust? I just watched a mote of dust go. The constant. No. Those. What is up with frickin' Wojaks these days? They're just the meme faces all over again. And I'm already too embarrassed about what I did with meme faces back in the day. I did a work presentation that had them in it. Wish I had a copy of that still. It's so cringeable. I cringed so hard. It was funny though to me because it was so cringy. I used all those stupid meme faces to talk about the security protocol that's used in car remotes. Now you're supposed to peel while moving it across this. I'm gonna do it just in one thing because the peel is over on this side. So I peel and I prepare. There's already a thing on it. It might be on the other side. Okay. And then we go from one end to the other using the stickers. And where's my... All right, so this is not really going to work out the first time, but just to work out the bubbles, the boobles. Yeah, see, this top isn't sticking because it's not the right size. So the question is, should I go get the guillotine and try that? Looks like this bubble's mobile, though. Let's see if we can get some of the bubbles out of this, the rest of this, and then I can try the knife on it, although I'm not going to get a very nice cut. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to get the paper guillotine and give that a shot. Are those dots with stuff in it? I mean, I've got 3 of these things. We're going to have to take a couple tries at it. I'm not good at this. I'm actually really bad at this kind of stuff. You know, all this finishing work on projects is not something that I typically do. That doesn't look like there's anything in it. but I can't move it either. It doesn't look like there's anything in there. Oh, did I just scratch the protector? Probably. Yeah, it won't move anywhere. And I wonder if I need to do this wet. Or if I need to put a little bit, like, a little spray down, and then I can work the bubbles out easier. Because, yeah, it looks like I need to shave just a little material off of both ends. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a billionth of a meter. And this one's like 1 millimeter. And a dog hair. All right, so let's get the paper guillotine. I need to go get it. All right, let me go get the paper guillotine. That area is covered in fluff from a toy because of the dog, yes. All right, so that kind of brutally failed. I want to reuse these. Hold on, let me get the thing where I put them. Oh, we've got a bunch of them, actually. I don't know how well their system works. I'm a little critical of it. I would like to get the screen protector down, though. I've done this before, semi-successfully. I think the way to do it, though, is by using the little spray bottle that I got here. This is not from this kit. This is from another kit. But I'm going to put down the spray, and then I'll be able to kind of scooch it around. But first, we need to shave the ends off. It's unfortunate, too, because that little bevel on the end, I don't know how I can do that. So this one's a fail. Bomp, bomp. Dead. And it didn't fall in the trash can. Wonderful. So we need about 1 millimeter off of the top, and then a little less than that off of the side. Need to make room here. All this cleaning up that I did, and I still don't have room to work. Well, it's probably because I have all my stuff all over the place. This is a big mess. Let's try to, like, consolidate the mess a little bit here. I got all the things I need versus all the things that I don't need available to me. Like all this stuff that I don't need. Actually, I do need that. The first kit that I got for the tablet was really generous in the stuff that they give you. Oh, first peel is a test of the guillotine. Well, I got to cut all 3 layers. I got 3 of these things, so... You know. All right, so this is like a roller. How do can we look at the roller? I have to like uninstall it. Yeah, it's like totally attached in here. I can't. This thing is old as hell. This thing is old, but different scenario, but you're not wrong. It is kind of a hoarder thing, but no. Okay, so line it up on the top here, and then we poke about 1 millimeter out of the bottom. And this will cut right along. Where does this cut? It cuts right along the edge of the plastic here. Let's see if I can't. All these materials are like clear, so I can't see what I'm doing. I'm shaving a very small amount off of the top of this thing. We'll see if it works. It does. Well, that cut nicely. I don't know if it's crooked or not, but it did immediately cut. So that's good for us. And then just a little bit off of this end. Very small amount off of this end. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Is that crooked? It doesn't look too crooked. And then I need to use the scissors in order to get the corners, just little. Yeah. I've got the precision scissors that I can use. I'm okay with them being a 45-degree angle instead of a curve, instead of a bevel or whatever. A chamfer. Let's see how that lines up. If we really have to, we'll involve calipers in this. Dust. Oh, now I put spit on the screen. Create. What the heck? What is that? There's like a spot that's not going away. I sigh. Sigh again. All right, that was just like a sticky thing. Not the last clean, but close to it. Dust just keeps appearing on this thing. Okay, that's the before. Yeah, there's a little bit that sticks out. It looks like the vertical piece should fit. Ooh, that's very close. I wish I could have taken a little bit more off. But the horizontal is pretty good. Yeah, this is the new Rigol, and I went one model up because I wanted the logic analyzer. So this isn't the base model Rigol. This is the 914. Also, I finally own a 914. But yeah, I went one model up because I'm a popular streamer by some regard. And I deserve better. I'm a big boy and I need a big scope. But this offers just a little bit more speed. And it's in night mode, which I'm pretty happy about night mode. It's nice for the camera not to blow up every time I use my scope, put it on camera. Is this off? This seems off now. Yeah, it's off now. Great. No, that's just what I wanted the stickers for, is to slightly misalign the screen for when I put it in. Yeah, just go ahead and slightly misalign everything. That's perfect. What am I using the alignment thing for anyway? Wait a minute, I don't freaking need that. Get this out of here. We're doing this wet. We're doing this wet. Should always lead with it as dark mode. And this one has dark mode enabled. Get all this out of here, get it all polished up. My big fear is that little dots of stuff will be left over, but the times that I've done this wet have worked out really well. And I guess if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be very sad, but I'm going to move my fan. The fan is on my back, and I think that's what's bringing in all of these little motes of dust. See, look at that, right there. Where did that come from? Jeez. Try to get it so that you guys aren't looking at. There we go. Move the wipes. There we go. Things are piling up. How quickly this dust settles. I know. I need a clean room for this. If not just a room in my house with just no air movement. Can we get rid of that screen in all the light stuff is killing me. And we can put it at just a slight angle. And just that right there, move this enough that there's stuff. There you go. Okay. Can't tell what's on my screen and what's on the monitor. Me too. Every time I cover this corner, like, the camera adjusts itself all over the place. Work in a clean room and it's cold air. Ugh. All year round. We're not doing this dry. I'm doing this wet. I got to turn off auto exposure on the camera or else our video is going to be terrible the whole time. Where's that camera? There it is. Bring on properties, configure video, and then turn off the white balance for now. Isn't it, like, look at that. It's crazy. You guys can see it so much. Wait, why? It's still auto adjusting. Properties, configure video. Auto white balance is off. Auto exposure. There we go. Something happened with the Stream Deck. It's like not able to adjust my cameras well for some reason. I do not know what's going on with that. It appears as soon as I wipe it off. Get out of here. I swear. I swear. This is a problem my friend had with his car windshield. He could not, for the life of him, get it clean. It would just constantly have little bits of dust from the paper towels or whatever he was using to clean it with. Here, I'm going to fill this thing with air so that I have something to spray on it. Got to turn on the compressor down here. It's going to make a lot of noise, but you guys might not be able to hear it. Let that charge up. I do have dust removal stickers, but it's not going to help if every second another piece of dust falls onto this thing. I'm just going to let this charge. We'll have one charge of this thing, of this little airbrush compressor that I have. That was sent in by Wexo. Come on. Just stop having skin. All right, that's enough of that. All right. What did the lady say over there? Something weird. There. No dust. None. Now, do this. Sticker number 1. And immediately, I see dust settling on this statically charged thing. Okay, and then we work. I need like a credit card or something that's not huge. This little thing will do. So much easier when you do it with moisture. How did that get in there? Are you kidding me? It's right in the center too, and I can see that there's a little thing under it. You little bastard. Okay, this is where we use the sticker, I guess. You saw it land? It got in there, like, right before I... Alright, a pair of tweezers, maybe? It's like everything I do here is going to throw stuff in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. As soon as I pick this up, dust is going to settle under it, too. Just you wait. Ah, shit. This isn't going to go well. I don't think the liquid is helping me anymore. No. Why am I so bad at this? The whole thing peeling up really did not help me. See little specks over there. All right, hold on. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. You guys just got to let me do my thing and fail at this for 45 minutes. It's still there. I feel like I've lost it, actually. I feel like I've lost. Look at that. Dead. What do I do about this? I can wait till it's a little drier. I mean, I should be able to use the sticker to remove that little... There's like a little tiny dot. Those little dots there. I gotta get rid of them. I know, they're multiplying. Just suffer and leave it. That's impossible. That's impossible. So I'm gonna try peeling from this end again. But this time I want it to stay down. I need somebody else to help me hold this down while I peel it up again and again. That corner is gonna be cursed. Oh no, that's just the backing. I think that lens cloth had a bunch of stuff on it. And then I can't really use this on the LCD, but I see a bunch of dots on the freaking LCD. This isn't a no, what? Is that a digitizer? What? What the hell are these little... They're so persistent. They're like not moving because they've been held down by the shmoo. Yeah, I need like Kim wipes or something. There's one here that just won't go anywhere. What is that? Oh my god, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting real frustrated with this. Because, yeah, any amount of time that I wait, more stuff shows up. How do I do this? Yeah, maybe the cloth is dusty. This thing was brand new, though. This thing was brand new. See, I can't get all the stuff off of it. I can't use it on the LCD because it left behind streaks the last time I did. Last time I did, I tried that, and it left behind little blips of stuff. Little dots of stuff. I'm going to get the backing off of this so I can see what I need to do and see if I can't peel it, because the backing isn't very flexible, and if I could peel this up and do all the little tuning work. See, it's not even sticking down because of the moisture over here. Is that a puppy I hear? Oh, no puppy. You can't see dots on LCD. They're all over the place. This thing is completely full of them. All right, something flat like a... There's a whole dog hair under here. How did that even happen? God damn it. I can't win this one. I don't think we're getting out of here alive, bother. Oops, I dropped the sticker. Need like a piece of tape on this or something. And peel it up more cleanly. That's going to be this corner. Fixing this corner after the fact is going to be very tough. Should just like tape that from the start. God damn it! There's so many more little particles. Dude, and dude. Yeah, there's actually stuff behind them now. Get another sticker and start moving my way through them. I had one before, but to get all the way to some of these, it's going to require me to peel a lot of the sticker, and then more dust is going to get in that way. Can't get under it anymore. The other question is, can I just live with the little dots? Well, some of them are moving, so let's figure out which ones I really need to get to. And I need a flat piece of plastic in order to do this. I don't know if I've got... The last time I did a screen like this on stream, I used an expired credit card. So it looked like I was dumb enough to use an actual, like... It was an expired gift card. So it was totally safe for me to use. But it looked like I was being dumb. Oh, here's another screen protector kit. This one doesn't have anything to scrape with, does it? Nah. It's only got my anti-glare things for a smaller phone. Use a large, clear plastic bag. What? What does that mean? What is up with all the advice? I don't need your advice. I'll figure this out. It's more fun if I flail around and don't know what the heck I'm doing. I know people have done this before, which is why they want to give me advice on it. But oh, to put it inside of a plastic bag? I think the dust was in fact coming from the cloth that I was using to clean. I don't really have any good alternatives, though. Paper thing there. Okay, so what kind of scrapers do I have in the drawers? Next week I get in the new tool cabinet that I can use here to store more of my like circuit board based stuff. So I'll have all that equipment ready to go. None of this stuff is soft. I need something plastic. I don't know if I squirreled anything away at any point that would help me in this procedure. Ah, yes. This is for breaking the reservoir off of the T-Slim insulin pump. I'd love to hear our advice get shat on. No, but like if I take the time to properly, because people get insulted when you don't listen to them, and if I took the time to properly vet out your advice, it would ruin everything tenfold. Because I'd have to try it and fail every single time. This isn't a very good scraper, is it? I mean, it is plastic, but I don't want to scratch the protector. That one's gone. Some of these are just bubbles. Some of them have little dots of stuff underneath, but the bubble can still be chased away. If they don't get chased away, that means there's a piece under it. I don't know if am I scraping it? No, I'm not. I don't know, maybe this one's better to use. It's just much larger. Yeah, there's a couple little bubbly pieces here that I need to address. That's one of them. So, oh boy, why is there one in the middle? The middle one requires me to peel up the whole thing. This one, did that one just move? Yeah, it did. Okay. I could use heat. That would maybe help a little bit. People ignore me all day at work. I expected everywhere. It's fine. Now, I don't think you guys understand. People get mad at me for not listening to them. I mean, they don't hold any weight otherwise, but it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, go do your own stream. Okay. So, what are these? It's like, this one I know is a dust mote. That one's a dust mote. This one... that one's not moving anywhere. All this dust settled in, like, immediately. So when I go to get rid of these dots, I'm going to be faced with more dust getting in there. Yeah, I mean, it's just what was provided with the kits. Okay, so if I can get under this, I don't think the tweezers are a great idea. They seem to be damaging it. So if I can get like a piece of, well, maybe this stuff will stick to it hard and let me peel up the whole thing. Nope. These aren't the positioning stickers. Here are the cleaning stickers. These are for cleaning. Okay, and then if I can just get like a sticky thing that go on the side there and help me peel it up. I don't know if that's possible. Whoa, I got under the LCD by accident. Okay, there goes the pressurized air. Cleaning sticker in hand. No, I looked for that gift card that I used previously, but I threw it away after stream. An entire dog hair got in. How? This cannot be happening. Everywhere that I peel up the screen, it gets worse. Is there really that much dust just idly floating around the shop? I don't really think there is. And I moved the fan. There should be no air current. Is this thing just that statically charged? I'm getting real frustrated. I'm getting really frustrated here. It's always like a comedy of errors when I do this kind of stuff. That was just the whole screen peeling up. I think I need to try again with the water and somehow get rid of all the dust. All right. Yep, whole thing comes up. This is it's never not frustrating, this kind of stuff. Can I like... There's a giant dog hair on this already. There you go. You're ready for the next time I try to use it. This fucking shit. All right, let's see. I don't have a dryer sheet down here. So now I need to get the cutter out again. I just don't get where all the dust is coming from. It's insane. If I put airflow on me, that just means it's going to get on there faster, I guess. I don't think there's that much dust in the air. It would look like smoky in here if there was that much dust. It's, I think, just the static charge of the sticker on the screen Yeah, if I put like a furnace filter on the fan, I don't have that though. So let us try again, I guess. This is try number 3 on an $8 pack of screen protectors. I think something else is at play. I think something like static is at play here, though. All right, so paper cutter. Check. This is never not frustrating, this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I locked down the white balance, so this camera's not going to be able to look at light stuff very well. Just look over here now. You gotta be able to see what I'm doing. All right, so this one gets a very, well, slightly larger cut, like a millimeter. Probably like that. That might be about it. I don't know. And then this one over here, it's a very small cut. That might be good. Hopefully there's a little border around the whole thing. And then the corners get a slight bevel. Okay. Usually the less I think about that, the better. How did I do this with my cell phone? I don't understand. Just the extreme dust that just... Oops, I muted myself. Like doing the fan, I'll be in my element. It'll be totally easy to do. It's just this thing is extremely frustrating with the amount of dust that it's able to suddenly form on its surface. Okay, so there will be a border in every direction with this one. Why did that smear? Wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? It's so weird. Okay, removal of all the stuff that's on the screen right now. Ooh, wow. That's... See, what I don't like about this one is it's so small that if it catches anything, it stops. Then I do this, and I end up wiping my finger on the screen. I've watched airborne dust and dog hair just float near enough my black refrigerator to get pulled in on a tractor beam. That's so crazy. One technique I used for iPads was covering the screen in multiple strips of tape, then starting the protector while progressively removing the strips of tape as I let the protector stick more and more. Maybe. I do have alcohol. I'm going to use a little Windex to clean up the screen. We'll get that streak freeness. I'm not using the FAFO print, although that is a very similar size. You're right. I mean, if I just put it down on the Windex, I wonder if it'll... Well, it'll stick to a bunch of dust is what it'll do. I'm doing this to break off anything that professionally stuck down. And then I'll use the Chrysol cloth in order to really clean it up, because this stuff will leave little bits all over the place. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? Looking pretty clean. It looks pretty clean. Is it staying pretty clean? Not quite. I shouldn't be moving around because that'll dislodge dust, but... There's a dot right there that's not moving. Hey, Mahalo, how's it going? What's that heart? That's a heart little symbol there. All right, let's see. This thing isn't moving, this little dust mote. This is one of the most frustrating things I think I've ever done. I feel like I can't move while I do this. Otherwise, more little bits of dust appear. Seems like every time I wipe it, I'm getting another piece of dust on it. Ad infinitum. I need like something that's more staticky to catch all of it. Like I'm static charged. This is ridiculous. Where'd it go? Oh, that just went up against my chest. Shit. It's static electricity itself right up against me. Oh, I didn't cut the right corner. I need to cut that third corner. That went on really well, though. I'll cut the corner later. In favor of having this thing go down clean. Hopefully all the stuff that I'm seeing is strictly on the top layer. I just have to let this dry, I guess. We got to leave this for like a while so it can shore up. Now all the stuff that I'm seeing isn't on that top layer. There's a couple dots, but I'm not seeing a lot. There's a couple bubbles. They seem to be pretty mobile. See if I can work them out. Just gently. They're hard to see from your angle. Bring you guys up and over like this. That light is too bright. So is that one. I gotta go right in between them. There we go. Yeah, it does look a lot better. This thing's probably full of dust. I shouldn't use it. Though funny. Yeah, this one's 100% better. 1000% better. Of course, it's going to take a while. We got to leave this thing alone for a while so that the moisture can get out of it and the sticker will stick down. Yeah, that's on there. That's pretty good. Even the corner just barely gets on there. I forgot to cut that one, so. Any other obvious bubbles? A couple micro ones over here. Looking good. Much happier with this. Much happier. Although I think there is a dust mote right here. But I'm also willing to live with it at this point. Willing to live with it if it's not too obvious. That's not a bubble, that's just a streak on the top layer. I can't get the top protector off because this thing is so mobile right now that it won't peel. So we can just center that, and we have to just wait. We have to just wait it out. Yeah, I got a new scope for my birthday a little while ago, early last month. And I'm putting a screen protector on it because it's got this beautiful glass touchscreen on it. And you're sitting there poking it, and you've got tweezers and stuff and soldering irons and things like that. I just don't want to ruin my beautiful screen. I want to put something over it, and for the next 250 years, have something blocking my meat sausages from ruining my screen. And then we're going to put another fan in it because I don't know, that's just like a rite of passage for Rigol scopes, is having to put a new fan on it. I didn't do it on purpose. I already said I did it by accident. But I'm going to live with it because I'm not peeling this thing up. No way. We got it to stick down and we got almost no visible bubbles. I think no visible bubbles. Is that streak on the top or the bottom? That's on the bottom, on the top rather. It looked like a weird shaped bubble streak, but it's just the top of the sticker. As soon as you peel this thing, it's like fully statically charged. So as soon as I peeled it, the freaking thing drove dust in from like other counties. It was like on the phone with like Gloucester County and Upper Fraser. I was like, yo, can you guys send some dust? We got some static over here. So I don't know how long I need to keep this like this for. It might be 24 hours. I didn't expect this to be the stall step. And that said, I don't know if I really can flip it over in order to work on anything else because I don't want it to like settle and move. If I put it down like this to get the backing off, I'm afraid that I'm going to be putting pressure right on that part of the sticker. Now let's turn auto exposure back on this camera. My cameras have been like not getting adjusted by the proper apps, and I think updating OBS did this to me, and I'm gonna have to, I'll have to investigate it at some point. Let's see, where am I going? I'm going to the sprig arm, and then I'm going to, not thermals, this one, properties, figure video. Wait, what is this one? That's not the right camera. Cancel that. Figure video, and then we are enabling exposure control. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. I hear the arm making noise. Is this like doing a slow pan? I think it's moving right now. You stay in place. Stupid friction thing. Okay, yeah, I guess all I can do now is just clean up and hope this thing sticks on properly. It looks like it will. There'll just be little bits in the corner that are visible. I can still kind of move it. It would really suck right now if I just ripped the whole thing up. I think some people would have heart attacks. Just get that nice and even. Nice little border around the whole thing. It's not totally complete, but whatever. There's some bubbles up there. I gotta get them out. There we go. Okay. Screen protector done. That was a chore. All right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. I can either boot up the scope and start working on stuff and then get a baseline temperature. Maybe we should do that. And then at the end of stream, we'll see if I can put this in and yeah, we'll see what the temperatures are like. But I got to get all this mess out of the way and then we'll look at, I don't know if we should look at the 303 or if we should look at the Bic and Tic. I haven't decided which one I wanted to work on today. I guess we do need to get into the 303 more. Dave's M303 drum thingy, because we saw it creating a wave, but it just wouldn't, it wasn't a good wave. It was a bad wave. It was a very bad one. Although audio, I guess it would be audio levels of output, but there's probably a problem with one of the op amps, and so we've got to explore that circuit and figure out what makes it tick. Well, we did make it. We know what makes it tick, and we made it tick. We got to the oscillator, and we replaced the supermatched RF transistor, quad RF transistor thingy. Let's see if I can, should I try to cut that corner? It just fell on the floor. My knife just slipped and I put a little dot in the, hopefully in the outer layer. There we go. What's nice about having the, doing the wet application is that it settles right back down. There's no boobles. Cool. I can't really use any of the touch features until until it dries off. Mainly just because I don't want to move the screen around. Right. You can buy replacement rubber pads. That's what I do with these things frequently. I don't have this one's replacement rubber pads. These have been great, but it's my streaming mouse, so I use it 3 times a week. The main mouse that I use is the big brother to this one, and it's been fine. It's just eventually the pads become greasy and you need to replace them. But they have the appropriate shape. They have that Microsoft mouse shape that I like. Because I'm from the early 2000s. Jeez. All the mess, all the clutter. Yeah, I gotta wait an appropriate amount of time for this thing to dry off, and then I can peel the front sticker on it. But until then, it's still useful. Still use it as a scope, and it boots up very quickly. Boots up very quickly. What is that screen? That's weird. It should be, that should be the scope and not, let's go back to here and then here. There we go, and then it reloads it properly. It takes a full 50 seconds for the scope to boot up. It's very frustrating. Looks like the fidelity of my view here has gone down with the reflector, but it still has another piece of material on top of it. So when I peel that, hopefully it'll look a lot better. So Dave's 303, the M303, I got a bunch of these cables for it. So we can split the 2 circuit boards now and see this thing actually operating. Yeah, and it's actually very quick. I don't have a probe hooked up right now, but it's very quick in its response time. So they did a really good number on their interface. To see this thing is sharp. What I'm seeing, you guys are immediately seeing. It looks chunky. That's just because of the refresh rate on the axis that I applied. Okay, so M303. Now, we don't have a schematic for this thing. Yeah, you have to turn it on the day before you want to use it. You have to turn it on, go get a cup of coffee, and come back. We do have a 303 schematic, but it's for the Roland. This is a different thing. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Maybe it's, if I hit back on this, this is Roland's schematic, and Roland is doing things a little bit differently. They have a bit of a different way to represent their schematics. I mean, these are old. This is older than I am. This is 41 years old. So 41-year-old schematic, they're doing stuff a little differently, but since it is from the 80s, we actually do get things like voltage swings and little notes about stuff. It's really cool, actually, to have this much detail. Now, the question is, and the answer is no, did Acid Labs follow exactly the M303 schematic? The answer is no, they did not. But it'll probably get us pretty far if we pull this thing apart and I attach the IDC cables to put the two halves together. We can at least probe around and see if anything looks like it's dead. And hopefully, you know, with 90% of these things, it's like something happened to the power supply, right? And we thought that's what the deal was, and we replaced the transistor, the supermatched quad transistor, that partially fixed it. We got a wave out of the thing, but we need to look into it a little deeper. And if it takes doing this, we may have to go to pen and paper. I may have to go all the way to pen and paper and note down all of the different, you know, things that are sorry, note down the schematic. I'm like looking at the corners here and wondering if I can live with that, because those are exposed. It's fine. I should be okay with it. All right, screwdriver. I can't believe how much differently I sound compared to what I hear. You know, usually I'm okay with my voice, but having to do minute notes on the previous streams, I'm like completely exposed to my voice, and I'm like, this is not how I should sound. Twitch title never changed? Damn it! I thought I did that. All right, hold on. Let me edit. Copy. Hit cancel on that. And then go over to Twitch. I have 3 monitors now, so I'm able to actually... There we go. Big fan, Scope Mods. Guess it already finished. Hey, get out of here. What's up? Sadul, I don't know how to say your first name. Why didn't that show up over here? Or did it, and I just missed it, and it was like 5 hours ago that I... It seems like it, like, Social Stream Ninja didn't want to actually take those. But then there's Shorty's comment, so why did the other one disappear? Weird. Yeah, I got a new monitor in the middle, and that one I can put all of my system statuses on and stuff in the OBS window. And then I've got chat over there, and then the work area over there. And now I have the moderatable chats over here. So I can see the stream monitors and stuff like that. Although YouTube is lagging very well behind. Looks like I'm talking about the stickers on the mouse. Weird. All right, so the reason that I can't do anything with the scope right now is because I'm waiting for the whatever it is, the little spray that I put on it to dry, because this will move around right now. If I touch this, it can shift, and so I want it to dry so I can peel that front piece, and then I can put the scope down and get the screws out of the back. Because if I put the scope down and I slide it around, it might slide this sticker off partially. So I gotta wait until it's actually stuck. That sucks. This VOD on Twitch is gonna have the next Thursday title. Dumb. Okay. So this one has 2 20-pin connectors. They'd better be 0.1 inch. That's all I gotta say. Those caps are very, very close to it, though. Okay, so that'll work. Although it barely plugs in over here because of this capacitor that's in the way. And I guess what I could do is... Well, I can't take apart the IDC any more than I already have. This, if I shave this down... I guess I'll get a file and I'll shave it down a little bit and we'll just see if it can... I know. Oh, you're saying that I'm already done the scope mods and I had to qualify that. This isn't really going to shave down that much. That's the thing. Actually, if I just clip that corner, that might be good. A lot of airflow back here. I can feel it. But the new fan that I'm going to put in later was the one that I made fun of and then Short Lurker suggested. I have this noise blocker. I don't really think it's blocking any noise. I think it's just operating differently and has better plastic, maybe a better bearing, probably not. The plastic, although on the shroud, is not better than Noctua, but it's better than what's there. So hopefully this will be a little quieter. Thing is, at 8 volts, will it be totally underpowered, or will it have just enough oomph for it to operate? There, just clipped the corner off of this thing. How about in your 3D printer? Is it loud? Is it allowed? Oh, we have jokes here. Okay, now that plugs in all the way. It's because I clipped the corner to clear the capacitor. Yeah, you can be able to take it apart and put it back together. You have to undo the bearing at the back here, and that's usually a little like clip ring, so you can snap it back in. But getting it to pop out is very difficult. But then the whole spindle lifts off, and you can take a look at the stuff underneath. You can re-grease the fan if you're so inclined. All right, so I'm doing pin 1 facing up on these. And so when I plug in these, it has to be pin 1, it needs to go to pin 1. So it has to be like this. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. How are these things set up? 1 second. So pin 1 is the lower pin, and then pin 1 here is the lower pin, but I've got the pin thing like this. I think they put these cables together wrong. Pin 1 going to... No, that pin 1 goes to pin 1. Okay. So actually, these need to plug in like this. So in order to plug those in, I think I might have 2-row pin headers, but we need to check. Moved all this stuff over here. I might have to use 2 1-row headers in some kind of a hedonistic display of pin madness. All right, this bin I have not had fully loaded in a little while, and I forgot that everything clicks into itself. It all clicks together. Now I can't... Yeah, there we go. Okay. These are like sewing boxes from Michaels. If I can't get a single row header to fit in, I will have to get creative and possibly solder headers together, which is kind of a weird thing to do. I don't really want to have to do that. So actually, these are the circular type headers. So if I do them like this, that'll work. Okay, so let's do that. These aren't like see the IDC cable connectors have the conducting element is a little further inside of the connector. These have them right up at the top, so I can get away with the shorter part of the header going into this one, and then the longer one will interface with the IDC and make contact. So one of those things with electronics, and that way we'll be able to... Okay, that's gone. Great. I was going to use that. That way we'll be able to plug the top half into the bottom half and actually use it. That's not enough header. Darn it. Gotta find more of this square straight header, huh? Milquetoast header. Bin is just completely full of the stuff. I don't know, it's starting to be a little too much variety in this bin. Possible that I need to like go through and make a weird header bin and a normal header bin. And also figure out if I need to buy headers. They're so expensive because you buy them by the bushel. And then when it comes to using them, you treat them as disposable. Just like me. Okay, there's 20 pin headers. Now the one, which one goes where? It's like this. So this one goes here like this. And this one goes here like this. And I've got my front panel and my back panel. And my twisty wires. Just to be sure, yeah, pin 1 is on pin 1, okay. It would have been nice if they would have done this on the other side so that my wires weren't all over the place, but that's what we're dealing with today. I guess I could do that. I'm going to have to work around this. How annoying. Okay, so let's plug this thing into power. So that means that with this plugged in there... But the stripe... Oh, yeah, the stripe goes all the way to the bottom, so I guess we're still doing... Stripe is, yeah, this one, which is negative. Stripe negative, center ground. Skip one row of headers to go to the ground. And then this one is positive. I don't know why the black wire is positive. That's not the way that it should usually is. It's usually other way around. It's just I color-coded them weird because those are the only things I could find. Double check my work before I blow up Dave's module by accident. So... Stripe is negative, center positive, or center ground, and then that one's positive. Okay, stripe negative, yep, okay. That's all set up. Now, this won't get power right now because I need to plug something into here because these are just going to separate pins right now. I'm using them as a you got the pop, and then I muted myself. I'm using them as a perforated prototyping board because I can, I guess, in order to bring power out to it. Yeah, the mic cable gets under the stool, and it gets under my feet, and then I end up stepping on it and unplugging it, so I'll hang it off of the lighting stand. Okay, I gotta get a haircut. Barber's going to be mad at me for having too much hair. They always get that way. I've let it go for too long. I guess the Acid Labs has one of those setups where they've got each module plugged into each other and it just kind of like daisy chains the power, which is why there are 2 power plugs on the back of this module. But what it does is it makes them have you plug in this cable in this particular way where it's got, instead of just the normal IDC sides, it's got the ability to have pins next to it, because when you plug it in, not in the Acid Labs setup, you plug this in 2 rows offset from the top. See, if I plug it in like this, actually it won't even fit all of these pins if I plug it in like that. But it has to be plugged in like this so that the first row of actual pins goes into the header. And there's no keyway or anything. And there's no notes on why you should do this. It is the worst design, and I don't like that Dave bought this one. Apparently it sounds nice because it's got that filter on the 303, but boy howdy, do I not enjoy having to constantly fix this one. I have 1 wire. We just need something to set off the gate. So moving over to here, I need to turn on my accurate power supply. In order to not hurt anything, unplug power, turn it on. And then unfortunately, because of the way that this thing is designed, you have to turn on the output in order to adjust it. So I go to plus 12, and then I go to minus 12. Okay, I turn the output off, and I can plug stuff back in. Oh, but offset by 1, so that ground goes into, no, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're ready to power everybody up. The M303 is a, I guess it's like a, well, the 303 is a drum synthesizer, or synthesizer just in general. I forget which one the 303 is. But what this is the modular, the Eurorack version of a 303. So let's see what they call it. Lunatic Live is raiding with a party of 35. That almost rhymes. I have been working on my setup all day, and it has been absolutely frustrating. But we've also been putting a screen protector on my new scope. Woo! It's like night mode. How you guys all doing? I was just about to explain what a 303 is because I'm sitting here having to repair my buddy Dave's 303. The Acid Labs M303 has this weird ass way of plugging it in, whereas typically on a modular synth, you have like a shrouded connector that you can't get wrong. Yeah, the screen protector was not fun. I will tell you that I was very stressed out while putting that on. Dust was forming on the screen as we were working on it. So yeah, because of the new, it's not a TB303, but an M303. So I guess Acid Labs did a version of the 303 that goes into a Eurorack. And then I have my Mutable Instruments marbles. And that's just going to be, we're just going to use one to excite the other one. Because I put flat cables on here so that I could separate these out. Because this thing blew up. And I wonder why. You can plug it in totally wrong. They make you, because with the, I guess Acid Labs, what they want to have is you to daisy chain all these modules together. So you'd plug one into one header and then another into the other header, and we'd keep going down the line. And so to make it Eurorack, they gave you this thing, this plug that's capable of plugging in anywhere on the chain of IDC plugs. And you're supposed to plug it in offset so that pin 1 goes to the bottom of this header on the right. But they don't say that anywhere. They don't say it. It's not in text on the circuit board. The Korg EA1, I used to have that. I used to have the EA1. And then I also had, what was the ER1 or something? It was the first edition of those. And I gave one to Julian and he sold it. Because all he does is sell all of his equipment. I don't even know if he still has marbles, even though I fixed it just last weekend. It's probably been sold already. So what is the 303? What is it? It's Roland. Somebody asked what is that thing? And I'm like, So the Roland 303, the TB, okay, so that's the original. Man, this thing is nice. I'm hoping that eventually I can get the modular synthesizer to make my intros for me. I'm not going to play this. Right now what I'm doing on the side is I'm uploading all of my YouTube videos. And actually, what the hell is all that? Oh, those are the screws. I got to find those later. They stuck to my palm. We've been talking about how awesome the Djibouti show setup is. Here, let me get the scope off of here because we're not using it yet. This new scope is amazing, though. Where's the scope? Boop. We were talking about Djibouti show setup because I've been slowly upgrading all of my stuff. I got another monitor. So now I've got my display monitor, I've got chat and the one that I show you guys, and then I have all of the chats that I need to moderate simultaneously, all sitting right next to my rack full of stuff. The computer, the file server, the backup battery, and all of my audio stuff, as well as my networking stuff, are all on one rack that's way too small. Yeah, old Techno and Acid House, the grimy. I don't know what the M303 is going to have to it. It's got a filter built in, but I don't know what the filter is. But yeah, I've finally got enough real estate for all of the stuff that I need to monitor as I'm streaming. God. And then I got this new scope that allows me to go to an intranet site to put it up on camera. We just did the screen protector for it. Once that dries, because I did a wet application. Hold on, once it dries and it won't move around, which we could actually probably do now. I'm going to put this quiet fan inside of it, and hopefully, because there's a little that this thing makes, and that's unacceptable in a studio. Sorry, I'm being a little discombobulated. Louis, how's it been going, man? I've been uploading all of my video to YouTube, and boy howdy, are there a lot of copyright strikes. Because I'm a weaselly little greaseball, and I decided that in order to get around the content stuff, I would play other people's mixes that were on YouTube, and then YouTube wouldn't mute my intros, which was fine for Twitch, but now that they're going on YouTube, it's a struggle. There's so many copy strikes in these, and I've wiped them all clean. I've used their internal mute. Oh, playing the new WoW. What was the conversation about that? Like, when is WoW going to catch up to itself? Because they're releasing all the expansions and stuff. So yeah, the TB303, warmth, energy, character, baseline defined the acid movement of the late 80s. Widely misunderstood when launched in 1981, the true revolution began several years later with electronic music producers discovered the Corky Box, unleashing the hypnotic liquid sound that captivated a generation. The TB303 software baseline, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is somebody trying to sell us something, but it's a synthesizer, and we have the schematic for it, and it's a 1980s schematic, so everything is really bunched up, and it's done by hand. It's kind of cool. We might be able to trace the circuit with this, depending on what Acid Labs did. And what Acid Labs did is they didn't release any kind of information about this at all, and then they made the power plug a trap, and so who could have predicted that people would accidentally plug them in wrong and blow them up on the regular? I would love to be sent in a broken one. If somebody's totally given up on their Acid Labs M303, because the more we look at this, the angrier we get at Acid Labs. Okay, WoW Classic Remake. See, I never got into WoW. I played Ragnarok Online, and then my grades fell because I was on a private server with Ragnarok Online, and I got that MMO addiction, and I couldn't put it down, and I ended up failing linear algebra, and I had to take linear algebra again, but with a tutor. So at that point, I said, no more MMOs. I'm just not doing it. So EverQuest and World of Warcraft, just none of it. Nope, can't do it. I'm not going to fail courses. So what Acid Labs did that set us off was something with this little guy right here. Many such cases. Yeah, it was a hard lesson that I learned very quickly in college. So, oh yeah, have a good one, Lou. Go touch grass or something. I don't know. That's what I always do after stream. I have to take my doggy for a walk. She doesn't visit me anymore, though. She's always upstairs when I'm streaming. I don't think she likes me yelling at the furniture. Acid Labs scratched off part numbers, and we could not forgive them. And so my chat full of super sleuths, which kind of sounds like it's like an insult of some kind. It sounds like I'm like calling them a slur when I say that. Yeah, isn't that greasy of them to do? I'm not the only one that's greasy around here. Let me open up my downloads folder, and deep within my downloads folder, I really like having to putting all this stuff up on YouTube has made me listen to my own voice too much. I feel very self-conscious these days as of late. So yeah, what happened is we looked around and we discovered that LM3046 is actually the part number. I think it was Shortlurker that found the exact chip and then did a little overlay just like that. So we had to look at this and figure out what it was. So we took it into GIMP. Why is it called that? I know it's GNU image manipulation program, but like you could have come up with something else. Why do they always do that with these software projects? Because then I'm talking to my mother and I'm like, yeah, I can get rid of the glare on that photo. Let me just go get the GIMP. Like, would it kill you to have a normal? Anyway, all right. Anyway, this thing here, we were able to use some of the color settings and bring out some of the text and then do a nice little overlay that allows us to see that it was this chip. Now, are we going to get that lucky with the other ones? I don't know. And also, I don't know what precisely is broken. So I had to order 20-pin cables so that I could separate this from the front, because you can't really get to it when it's all sandwiched together. So now we can actually look at this. I got the new super shiny scope, so we can actually get some of the stuff up on screen. Where's my mouse? This is going to be a new thing, is me missing where my mouse is. All right. Good deal. Well, yeah, hey, lunatics, if you guys are, they all left already. But if you guys are still around, that's basically what we're doing today. We're working on this kind of stuff. Oh no, a lot of them are still here. You guys are great. We're doing this. I'm going to see if we can get anywhere with this. This is extremely frustrating because I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Yeah, there's one in the wild. Hey, awesome, dude. You guys are great. Thank you for tolerating me. I have, like, my ego is, like, permanently bruised from having to listen to my own fucking voice. Oh, hey, Ricky Fresh. Wait, where's that? That's over here. Ricky Fresh 101. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I have to like listen to my own voice in order to get all of the little chapters and put that in. You know what? Here's a freaking Prime sub. Hey, Jeff Bezos is sitting right now at his giant console with a bunch of rack-mounted like telecom gear, and a little red LED just turned off, and he went, "No! Ricky Fresh has used his Prime, and I no longer have that $5." What is confused? What am I confusing? You're perfect. No, I'm not. I'm a greasy little weasel. It's like Sluther Penthouse. He's stroking a naked cat, or a furless cat, I guess is what they're called. Okay, so I got this all splayed out. I got it ready to hook up. Marbles, or as I call it, Marbleps, is a mutable instruments module. That means that it was built with this incredibly tiny surface mount technology. It took me weeks to get this thing to work. We had to tune it and all that stuff. I know it works. What this does is this will create signals that I can excite, that I can make the 303 use in order to create an output. Excitation. And then I've got a probe here that I can use to probe in on the schematic and see what's going on. We do not have a schematic for this thing, which really kind of hamstrings us in terms of being able to look at the voltage levels and figure out what components are broken. But I can probe around and we can look at the 1982 schematic for the 303 and figure out what's going on. And then when I get frustrated with that, because I'm probably going to have to go through circuit by circuit and reverse engineer this thing so that I know what's going on. Once I get to the point where I realize that and I get mad, then we can finish modding the scope so that it's quiet and I can peel off the screen protector. We just have to give it a little bit of time because I did a wet application on this thing, and the wet application means it still moves around. And also, this is a touch screen, by the way, this scope. Pretty crazy. All right, let's center that channel. Follow that car. Nope, that's not it. That's it. There we go. Okay, power. I just hooked it up to power. Turn this on. Hopefully nobody explodes. Hopefully nothing happens with the thermal imager. 0.27 amps. Okay, we're good. Marbleps is being Marbleps. Hey man, what are you doing? Huh? What's going on here? Why do you seem dead? Ugh, don't be messing with me today. I don't need this today. How's this one doing? Something is very warm up here. I don't feel it. It's definitely that chip, huh? Why are you getting so warm? Am I doing something backwards? Oh, 111 milliamps. 111? Why would that be? Stripe is minus. Stripe to stripe to stripe to stripe. Yeah, that's correct. Ground is correct and power is correct. Does it just use 111 milliamps and maybe that's just its nominal? Okay, Marbles is back. Marbles is doing what it does. Plugged in one pin too low. No! No, it's supposed to be like this, by the way. This is how you're supposed to plug it in. I can prove it. Acid Labs M303. Acid Lab. I mean, I guess I could look at the manual. Manual. Okay. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh, it's not actually. Okay, there. Scroll, scroll. Do they not have the note in there? They don't tell you. I hate this company. Well, if we look at images, meanwhile, the poor thing is just cooking. They're like, blow up my Acid Labs M303. How am I supposed to plug it in? And then this guy plugs it in like that. It's like, dude, you got it way wrong. This one at least has a label on it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to plug in this one pin down. You're connecting 16-pin ribbon cable. Blah, 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 blah. These guys don't know what they're talking about. Hold on. Glitchy ribbon cables? Oh, yeah. Back for computer stuff? Yeah. I keep having to buy ribbon cables because I don't have them anymore. I used to just be inundated with the damn things. So, inner one, off one pin. Am I plugging it in totally wrong? That one's plugged in going up. I'm going to turn off this power before I blow this thing up. Hang on a second. I think they got it wrong too. There's a Reddit thread where they're looking for a picture of the thing. Repair help. Correct cable connection. Yeah, so I had it right. This is how you're supposed to plug it in. It's utterly bonkers and completely like infuriating that you would have to plug it in this way, but that's how they have you plugging it in. Because what they want to do is use Acid Lab products and daisy chain them using these two headers. But yeah, but we're plugging it into a modular system, and so we have to offset it by a pin. Yep. That's just how it is. Now, I don't know why this chip is getting so hot. If I turn this on again, my Marbles is like, stop turning me on and off again. I have this feeling that that should not be getting that hot. Now, if we plug in the setup a little bit here, we can get a wave on screen. Hold on, I got to turn on the scope. I need to make a button that turns on the scope. Oh boy, I can hear my insulin pump, my Omnipod, clicking away, and that means that it is really trying to give me a lot of insulin. It's gonna beep. It's gonna let out a solid tone, and then I'll have to replace it because it's getting low on insulin. I think it's probably has like 10 units left in it. So we can take a look at, instead of actually plugging them directly into each other, I can plug them in through one of these BNC to headphone cables, and then we can look at the output on another channel. Which is always fun to do. We'll use channel 1 for our input, and then I'll use channel 2 for the output. New scope, who dis? Yeah. I love this thing. The features on this thing are great. I'm only just starting to get into it. So on VCO output, I'm going to put our output. That's just going to be nothing right now. And then the input, we are going to feed from Marbles. And what am I going to send it? I'm going to send it a control voltage that is this one here that keeps going from positive to negative 12. And we'll see what that looks like. Modular synths are pretty cool. I'm hoping that I can set this thing up to make pleasant noises for my stream intros, and then I don't have to worry about crap. Yeah. Let's speed up Marbles a little bit here. Now this says that it's going full swing because I can see the let me speed this up. Or rather slow it down. Yeah, okay, so there's the voltage levels that Marbles is putting into it. So it's swinging from positive to negative 5 volts. The positive negative 5 volts, and we should be seeing something on the output to the VCO. Now channel 2 is at 500 millivolts per div. So we should absolutely be seeing something. See, if I just tap it with my hand, it's getting more than that. ECF mod, change that to a triangle, we get nothing. Tune doesn't do anything because we don't get an output. Wait, that's VCA in. This is the main output. Okay, so now we're getting something on the main output, but it's only 500 millivolts. What is the... Now, they're probably not going to tell us here. They're probably not going to tell us in the manual that I opened up, but... did I close it? Yeah, I closed it. Where's the manual? Show me the manual. I think it was in one of these windows. I gotta find it again. All the way up here, right? Modular, that one is Acid Labs. Oh no, that's just showing their different products. Manual. Oh boy, it's in German. Oh no, it's in English. Take a look at the block diagram. Herc! So they insert the block diagram from just a 303. This is very similar and very similar looking, kind of hand drawn 303. And then we have just the outputs, something about the components, CV gate accent bus, and then the warranty, and then that's it. There's not really all that much. Original match transistor pair, 2SC, blah, 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 and the monolithic VCA BA662A are obsolete and are already sold out many years ago. I think, well, I don't know about the 2291. There might be alternatives at this point. It's been a little while, and people have figured out what these chips are and started remanufacturing them. There exist broker shops that still offer these types. Very expensive, but you cannot be sure that you'll get the original parts anymore. You might get worse replacements fitted with the old SIP housing. The old match transistor pairs have carefully been replaced with modern types with the same characteristics of the original components, but with reduced tolerances. And this is maybe where all our stuff blew up. Okay, yeah. The BA662A has been replaced with a new type of VCA with improved dynamic performance and less noise. But they're not telling us what that part number is, huh? Special saturation behavior of the blah has been recreated with an additional circuit. Oh. So they're getting the acid back in. In all the circuits, the original and rare transistor types are in use to get the sound as close as possible to the TV303. Okay, so they very much tried to modernize the 303 and get the same sound out of it. That's a good footnote because that tells us a little bit of what's going on here. Audio out. This is the audio output of the M303 modular-based synthesizer. What is audio, like what is the peak-to-peak of an audio out? Audio peak-to-peak. For instance, a signal with a peak amplitude, that's telling me what peak-to-peak is. Audio signal voltage. Three main audio: mic, line, and speaker. So line is around 1 volt. Yeah, I'm looking it up for the benefit of everybody else, not just the people who know what's going on. Okay, so we've got like a random swing from positive to negative, and supposedly this is 500 millivolts per div, so you have to go even lower than that. Why did that slide in? That's a trigger level. Oops. Keep that nice and, well, a little faster than that. This looks like noise. This looks like horrible noise. Yeah, that's not changing when I change the... So this is not an appropriate signal. Funny enough, we had this thing working before, and we were able to see frequencies out of it. The question is, did I plug it in backwards? I don't think I did. And pin 1 is pin 1 on the shroud. So pin 1 on the right, and then this one will put pin 1 on the right. Yeah, that works. Interesting. All right, let me make this small again. So our total swing should be from positive to negative on 1 volt. Although that seems to be what Marbles is doing right now, and that should be positive. Oh no, the one on the left is blue. The one on the right is yeah, because if I look at channel 1, then it'll there. So yeah, positive to negative 5 volts on channel 1. You guys can't hear that. No, it's not musical noise. And it's not a sampler. I can't make the oh and then have it fade into no wait, that didn't, that was different. I was thinking of the alarm clock turning into Prodigy. Okay, so I can start probing around, I suppose. Now you can see what kind of signals we see in this thing. See, the problem is before we were getting an actual wave, though. The ribbon cables look messed up. They're not. They're just, these are just attached upside down. But it still loops around like it is with the other one. Like, look, if you flip the ribbon cable in this shroud, pin 1 will still be pin 1. And pin 1 will always be the one to the left of the dot. So if, in the way that this plugs in, it's backwards. Okay, so that one's messed up. Maybe that's why it's getting hot. I just figured it out. This needs to be, well, actually, this one has to be the one that flips. This actually goes this way. And same with this one, yeah. Okay, so these are upside down. I'm only human. Well, that just totally messes everything up. Is anything blowing up down there that hasn't already blown up? It's not getting hotter than it should, but it is not functioning properly. So we had this working before, and I think I just blew it up a little bit more. But we know what blew up, and it was this piece right here. Although that's getting kind of warm, so at least we know now. I would like to flip both of these cables, but that means I need to cut the one in order to fit it by the capacitors. Because right now, it, like, if both of these were flipped, I think it would sit flat. All right, whatever. Whatever. So let's look at power and see if power's okay. I'm going to bring in channel 3. I'm actually using the scope. I crank it up to 5 volts per div. I would have discovered it eventually. Yeah, it's still pretty broken though. Now, is the VCO output doing anything? Look at channel 2 again. It's possible that I broke the transistor there, and I'll have to replace it. All right, so let me see here. Now, it's visibly warm. Transistors could be doing something weird. We'll just see what we can see on this. So yeah, go back to putting 3 up on screen so that I can see what the voltages are. Let's actually get this result out of here. I don't need that right now. So let's see. Adjustment there, adjustment there. 11 point something volts. Let's see, our cable's over here. You can take a look. -12. That looks about right. Ground looks about right. +12. Looks about right. So the question is, what is all this other stuff? And why are my transistors getting all heated? Probably need to replace that again. And in order to find out what the individual voltages are that go through this thing, I will probably need to reverse engineer it. Now, luckily we know what most of this stuff is in this corner. But the other sections down here are still questionable. It looks like our op amp is heating up. Is that an op amp? Let's take a look here. Yeah, nothing will make you feel dumber than trying to do this stuff. I think we'll do the fan in just a second here because I need some prep work on this. TL072. So that is an amplifier, a differential amplifier. Those get a little bit toasty. They get a little bit warm during operation. We've seen that in our other circuits. Here, I'm going to bounce power and see if that does anything. See if we don't get that chip back. Why did that stop? Wait a minute. Where did my trace go? That thing's definitely changing. Oh, there's my trace back. Wait a minute, something weird happened. Something either made a connection that it shouldn't or disconnect. Turn that off. Turn it on again. Huh. What happened to this side that killed my connection? Weird. We know those are connected one for one now. Whether or not something exploded is beyond us. I don't think anything has exploded, though. All the caps look good, and there's no scorching anywhere. It's just our transistor thing is getting a little toasty. So I may have to replace this one again. I mean, I know what killed it, and that was me plugging it in backwards. Plugging in these two backwards, they made some connections that shouldn't have been made. Beyond that, though, I think what I'm going to have to do is reverse engineer this. So let's go back to modding the scope. How about that? Because I'm at kind of an impasse. It's going to be a lot of very boring work, and since we have people coming in from Lou's stream, I don't want to bore them to tears the first time they come in. Reverse engineering can be a very interesting process, but I'm also kind of fuzzy from having to do all of my my setup stuff earlier, so I don't want to get into the hardcore reverse engineering yet. Turn this off. And you know, I'm doing this for a friend of mine. It's the second time I've had to fix this thing, and it's blown up again, and this module just is not helping you in any way. Very frustrating today. I have my own troubleshooting that I want to be doing to my own VCOs. So I think the 303 might get sidelined for a little while until I can find some spare time to do some hardcore reverse engineering. I gotta let him know that it's beyond messed up. I don't know what's wrong with it. And he might just be like, cool, it's now your project. Like, that's your 303 that you're working on. Because he was going to say, like, if I wasn't able to fix it, he was like, you want it? But I've put in an effort. I've put in a good effort to figure out what the hell's going on. I know what I need to do in order to fix it. It just becomes another project now. So I got to let him know that. It's going to be a lot more work than I thought it was. I thought I fixed it. We got like an audio level signal out of it. Let me just clean up a little bit, and then we'll peel off the front sticker. We'll have a peeling feeling moment. It's a subreddit for peeling stuff. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay. Don't let it get to you, bother. Wires and cables everywhere. Love 303. The sound that comes out of a 303 is pretty nice. I should have bought one a long time ago, like an actual one, because that would have been an asset. Although I don't do a lot of acid house. I don't do acid house. I don't do anything. I don't actually make music at this point. But I would like to get that thing fixed. That one is not, you know, that one is a more modern 303. It's just it's funny that all these components are getting discontinued. That was the problem with the CEM 3340, which is another chip. That's just chip number. But that chip number was for a voltage controlled oscillator. Essentially, the chip was a full piece of synthesizer equipment. You just had to put plugs and stuff on it and then tune it. That's a really cool chip, but the guy who made it died, and so he stopped making it. And so they became very hard to find, very expensive. You had to go to boutique component providers in order to buy them for like $20 a chip. And then his estate, his wife, decided to allow other people to produce it. And so they started hitting the market again. What up, Deets? How you doing? That's Deets. One of my first subs. All right, so we can turn this thing off. So well, actually, I want to figure out what the temperatures are. In order to do that, we've got a system menu that we can go into. So start menu. Utility, self-check, board test. 48.45. So after a little bit of use, this thing is hanging out at 48 degrees Celsius. So mark that number down. 48. We got basically 50 degrees is our, 50 degrees is our baseline for this thing. Power off. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. It should say, it shouldn't just say, are you sure to shut down? Wait, are you sure to shut down? Are you sure you want to shut down? Do you want to shut down? Or this will take a full minute to boot when you turn it on again. You probably should leave it on. Here, turn it off. Insta off. And of course that page freezes. So I can just close that. Boink. All right, so now we get to peeling. We know that 48 degrees is what we hope. This thing will stay at. Okay, so focus that in. I guess it's like between two things. And let's see if this peels, because it doesn't move anymore. Oh wait, is this thing still plugged in? Yeah, I gotta unplug it. Oh, I'm hearing the power supply fan. That's what I was... Okay. Time to peel. Woo! Uh-oh. Oh, now it's peeling up, actually. That's putting a big bubble in there that I'm going to have to chase out again. Ah. Have to do it. Yep, that was too early. All kinds of stuff stuck to it afterwards. Yeah, that's just stuff on the screen front. All right, so when I work with this thing, I got to be real careful of it. Not, Okay, I was about to get real mad. I thought a piece of stuff got under it somehow, even though nothing was exposed to the outside world. Yeah, I'll just have to clean this up later. It looks like it wasn't quite totally fully stuck on. What do you mean, what is this contraption? This is my scope. This is my oscilloscope, my new one. $700 oscilloscope. God, that was expensive. But, milestone, birthday. Figured I'd do something that would benefit all of us, chat. This is a gift for you as much as it was for me. Okay. So yeah, the matte screen protector is kind of necessary, but very difficult to apply in this environment. This shop, for some reason, is just a, breeding ground for dust. No, it's birthday. I said birthday. I literally said birthday. You guys hear anything that I say? All right. So these little guys right here are heck. They're Torx, actually. I try to separate the two because then you end up... Why don't you type one thought per line instead of 3 lines saying Valentine's Day gift? Or are you moving the goalposts on me, which you people always do? I clap back at you and then you say, no, what I actually meant was... That's on you. 1 thought per line. It's a month past my birthday, my man. But thank you. All right, so we get a fan in here. Everybody thinks this is a brand new scope, but you just haven't watched lately. Oh yeah, I need to get that off. And then 4 screws and the whole back comes off. We get this cool heat spreader. Then it goes on a line. How is this confusing? You can't complain that you weren't finished when you break up your communication into separate disparaging parts. I won't accept it. go. That's the fan, stock fan, which lets out a bit of a whine. Which is, it's baffling to me that Rygal would accept that their fan makes that noise. So what we need to do is we need to get this other fan on, and in order to do that, I need to cut the fan, and then I need to fit it with a plug that's going to fit in here. So that's going to go to about this length. And I'll just straight up cut it. Straight up cut it. I need to remove the heat shrink. The best way to do that is to just score it with a knife. I had to upload a stream where I was in a genuinely bad mood. It wasn't a good deal. It wasn't fun. I look way too tired in all of my VODs. I try to get some sleep so I don't have circles under my eyes always. I forgot to note which one. Okay, so we need a fan pinout. Let's see. Computer fan pinout right there. And then ground, and then 12 volts to the middle. So black is ground, and then, okay, so it's the white wire that's the oddball. Or I could look at this connector and figure out which one's which. So accordion to this thing, pin 1, yeah, so it's the white wire is just the speed sensor. And then I'm gonna strip the ends of these wires. I got like a drawer organizer up there that's holding all of the upper deck stuff. Pretty cool. And then next week I get my Christmas present, which is that chest of drawers thing that'll hold up my tool shelf and be able to hold all of my little testing tools that are like circuit boards and stuff. Now we're not soldering these, we are going to be crimping them. So I need to get a crimp kit down here, the one we were using last stream. And then I need a crimper, which I do also happen to have up here. All right, I got everything I need just right in my reach. I still got a couple crimps, and this whole kit is probably going to get thrown away at some point because I've got, oh, where did that go? Just flew, oh, it's still stuck in my hand. Weird. These two out of the way. Give them just a subtle little pinch so that they fit in the crimper. And load them up into, now this is a slightly larger gauge, so I think I'm going to use number 3 and see if that one works. Number 3 has a round crimp, so that would crimp a little better. Dog's barking at something outside. Whir, whir, whir. Take it in one click so that it starts to bend the ends. And shove it in. Hopefully it'll do a good job. Dog's barking up a storm. Liable to yell at her. Shut up! Getting clapped at by a roommate. She turned into a bit of a barky dog. Most of it is her wanting to see her friends. She's more friends than I do. Holy crap, my dog has a better social life than I do. Oh my god, that totally overcrimped. Okay, so that did not load into the crimper properly. I need to start it again. And since it's so tightly crimped, it looks like I just need to repeat everything that I just did. Every corgi I've met likes to talk. Yeah, she was the quiet one of the litter, though. That's the funny part. At least she has kind of like a baritone bark. She's not very shrill. My brother's dog is a very high-pitched bark, and it pierces stuff. But for her, it's roll, 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 roll. Like, she has a much larger voice than you would think. Which makes it a lot less annoying. It's always nice. This thing is awesome, by the way. I've been using this thing for like a couple months now, and it's a great tool. I thought I would hate it. I thought I would hate it. All right, so let's try again. This time we're going to load this thing in properly. Actually, I think I need to be using number 4 on this stuff. Try number 4. Number 3 is more for DuPont connectors, where they are designed to have... Okay, damn it. Where did that go? I just heard it knock on the floor. Okay. Next crimp. I'm not even going to bother with that. That one's messed up. This one is also messed up. Damn it. These are the ones that get caught in the lid. Got more DuPont connectors than I know what to do with. It's going to be the larger size or the smaller one? I think it's going to be the larger size. I think so. This is a very frustrating process, and I need to figure out how to make it go a little smoother. There probably are ways to have this thing, load up properly and to get the wire distanced properly and have it crimp perfectly every time. I don't know the quick ways to do it. All I know is how to struggle with it over and over again. That actually needs to be cut down a little bit. Okay, let's give this a try. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, it's just the crimp over the jacket is a little too big. Probably should go a size lower, but if I'm doing it to one, I'm going to do it to both. So let's crush these things down. There's no good way to deal with them. There has to be. They're like, you can, like Thingiverse even has things that are supposed to help you crimp your crimps with. Like you have like a little pin that you would plug this into that would hold it perfectly in the thing. Helpers for that kind of stuff. Getting it to the right wire distance. Or you can spend $5,000 to buy the tool that JST sells. They always have that too. There's always a crimping tool from the manufacturer that's like super duper expensive, but it like does it for you. It does your homework for you. I feel it catch on the thing in front. Nope, come on. Good. These guys. Okay. What the real JST crimper looks like? The coveted special crimper that does everything you need it to. I guess I could put the keep quiet jacket around this, but that would collect a lot of dust, so maybe I should leave that alone. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. E-E-L, can't leave it alone. That song was stuck in my head all week. Because Julian mentioned Adele the Funky Homo Sapiens song during our stream. He got a different song than the one he mentioned stuck in my head because my brain works in mysterious and annoying ways. That fell out of the crimp almost immediately. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, that just fills me with... That one fell out too. That goes in the garbage. We can still use these. No, not positive contact. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that was the one he quoted, but I got something from the what is it? Handsome Boy Modeling School stuck in my head. all of the crimps that I took off of the metal band that fits into the official crimping tool, TM. All the little individual bits fell into the next bin over. Okay. Next. Try again, but this time with the smallest crimp size, and that way it'll actually grip everything. It might overgrip some stuff, but it'll at least not slip out of my hand. It's over here. Listening to 3030 again. That's a good album. Listen to Handsome Boy Modeling School. Actually, I'm not sure. Wait, am I thinking about... the right... I might be thinking about 3030. One with Don't Cry, Dry Your Eyes as one of the main hooks. I have not. I have not been exposed to as much. I've been like in my own little Aesop rock world for too long. Post something in the music channel. I'll listen. Let's do a lot of the stuff in the music channel. Oh my god, the dog. She's going nuts. I think, has it gotten sunny out? Oh no, it still looks gray as hell outside. Oof. Is it snowing? It's not snowing. It was snowing earlier. Cool Keith Automator. Oh, that sounds awesome then. I like Cool Keith. I think I know who we're talking about. Yeah, but the Automator is very, very good. Very good. Okay, put the crimpers away, because we're not going to need them ever again. I'll probably be reaching for them in another 10 minutes. But where's the... There it is. Give these a squeeze. I put just a light little squeeze on the end, because what these do is it makes two little hoops like this that grip the wire, and it needs to be squished in. Peak December weather. Are you I thought, aren't you like really, are you in the same state? No, you're not in PA. I don't know where he is, but I'm gonna find him. But yeah, we've got an amazing 1,027 times, huh? I've dropped stuff. Oh, you're in Ohio, okay. Skibbity, Ohio. The fact that I said that immediately without stopping means that I've fully lost my soul. There's nothing left. There's no more limiters. I can embrace cringe. I am cringe. All right, plug this in. You guys probably already have a bunch of snow on the ground. This is like our first big snow. I cannot escape Zoomer Ohio jokes. It's terrible. I went through Ohio once, and I got a speeding ticket. And that's not an uncommon story. Watch, the fan doesn't fit now. All right, so what we need to do is we need to rid this fan of its shroud, and I'm just going to get this wire out of here, and we'll just cut off the 3 legs. Hopefully, I have room for the screws to make contact. I just got to be careful that this thing actually pops off where I want it to, nowhere else. What's going on? Some sports game that went horribly awry. See, that almost broke up towards the spindle. I need that not to happen. That's a scary thing. All 3 of the contacts are almost like totally broken off. Okay, so I'll clean these up a little bit. Getting plastic on my scope. Our goal is 48 degrees when we get this thing back in. I have to do just a cable run like that. Now, does it fit? That's the other question here. And it looks like it fits. I just have to figure out how I'm getting the wires out of there. I may have no choice but to... Well, if I do that, that might actually work. That might actually work. And the wires will go just up and around. Like so. Yeah, that's pretty good. That went horribly awry. Is just every Browns game. I don't know the Ohio lore. Okay. So, trying to get this lined up, trying to get screws through it. I could just put a screw to the side and hold down the plastic. I think I'm going to do that. That's the easiest thing to do, and it'll hold the fan in, unless I drop the scope, in which case the fan might pop out. But that means that I don't have to drill holes through the... how big are the holes going to be? Well, the other question is, will it clear the fan blade when the cap head is up there? Or I can just... Well, actually, let me see what the height's going to be. I can do that just by... That barely clears. Yeah, so I'm going to do it... I'm going to do it with just the... No, the double stick tape is too tall. There's a very shallow... The lid gets very close to the fan as well. Yeah, it's a really cool fan. They must have gone to some pretty badass engineers in order to build this thing. As my dog lets out another volley of barking. That one's actually off by a little bit, and I gotta be careful because if this thing is in the wrong place, it'll scrape. This will let me just quickly put the fan in and see how it does. How it do. Actually, it won't. Because it's all messed up. Yeah, because this leg is larger. It's pushing us out to the side. So we'll do 2 screws and just see if it works in the first place. And then I can decide what I want to do. I mean, if I cut the posts early, or if I put like a hole in the middle, this one will easily get a hole in it, but the other 2 are tough. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't use a laptop pusher fan. A laptop pusher fan would be really good. But now this is lower than these fins, so it'll definitely fit in. It's off center by a little bit, but I think we're okay there. Double check the pinout because I've been burnt by that before. Yeah, that's correct. Let's put the back lid on, power it up, and see what temperature we can achieve as a steady state. Whether or not this fan makes a ton of noise. What? The Be Quiet fan is like... It's gonna make a ton of noise. I have to readjust this mic setup. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Well, what I normally do, which is record about 10,000 clips from OBS while I adjust the settings. It'd be better if I adjusted it when I'm with like a move to new equipment, because I've wanted to depart the microphones from the my main audio input. I want to basically the tune. I want to not be a piece of software on the computer. I want it to be a real thing, a real boy. What I need is for actually who makes my mixer again? I'll have to look at it again. Whoever makes my mixer outputs a lot of software updates, and so one of the software updates they did allows you to complicatedly route audio to 2 different USBs. So you can have a USB that's sole dedication is to capture your voice on chat. So you can enter a Discord and not get everybody else all crazy. Yeah, do we verify? We didn't actually verify the voltage, no. We ran a fan at a lower voltage and sort of took that as the word of gospel. I'm not cleaning this up yet because I need this to stick a little better. Oh yeah, this scope boots up almost immediately. You can send Twitch multiple audio sources and do the mixing there. My problem is that YouTube gets the full audio with music. But what I need is to tune my microphone. That's what I'm talking about. I need to tune the EQ on the microphone, because otherwise it picks up everything. When I first got this thing, I plugged it in and I did this. And the audio was so I need that not to be the way that that sounds. Look at that boot time. That was amazingly fast. Yeah, I lose a little fidelity with the scope, with the no reflect thing on there, but it is kind of necessary. I don't know if maybe I could hunt around and find a different one, or if maybe when I fully clean this, it'll look a little bit better. Beard scratching and fart machine noises. Ugh. I don't like that kind of sellout weird stuff. Okay, so this thing is incredibly quiet. Oh, I lost one of the feet. Well, I'm still going to be popping this thing back open. That's quiet. So we look at the system temperature and see how far it climbs. And we wait. Because right now it's at a low temperature just because I only just turned it on. So I got to leave this thing for a little bit. I can put the scope up on screen now. Ha ha ha. Where did that go? Where did I put it? Well, I have to find the scene in order to enable it, and I've got so much stuff right now. No, that's not it. Oh, that was that composite that never worked. Where's the one that says? Oh, there it is. Bada bing. We're already at 42. I think this thing is going to get significantly warmer. That fan is very quiet, but I kind of wish it was running at 12 volts, because it's definitely not. Oh, no, it is actually moving a little bit of air, though. I feel cool air coming up through here, which is getting pushed into the board and off. So do we get up to 60 degrees? It's like waiting for paint to dry. It is climbing pretty fast, though. 45 points. I can't believe this scope has a thermometer in it, though. That's cool. You wouldn't expect that. Usually you don't get features like that on these things. I wonder if my old scope had any features like that. Range 0 to 95 degrees. What if I click on that? Nothing. By click, I mean poke it with my finger. If I overclock this, do you think it'll boot up faster? What can I do that would like heat up my scope? What about moving this window around? Whoa, whoa. Nothing. Oh, well, I gotta open that utility window again. All right, so we're now at the temperature that it normally... No, we're not. We're at 46. It's going between 6 and 8. Can I get a chart? I need like a... what is it? An SCP or whatever. Sample mixtapes. This music is fire, and it's blowing up my scope. My scope. I have this feeling that it's going to be like 53 degrees. I don't think this is... I don't know. I don't actually know. God damn it. That is a good use of scope creep. Our number one enemy here is scope creep on all these projects. Oops. No. Just by pushing the little protector down. I can't believe the third time is when this protector went on perfectly. And now you don't see my belly. You see evidence of my belly, but not really my belly. There's no belly there. When do we start the scope at project? The scope? The microscope? No lights on the fan. Jacose will be displeased. Oscilloscope demos? Well, I mean, then we're just getting into oscilloscope music, which I've shown before. I wonder how those VODs are going to go in. It'll be like, oh, you have oscilloscope music on your stream from 1241 to 1241 and a half. They always do that. It's like I used the RuPaul's the Obamas, that song, for 1 second on my stream, and YouTube flagged it. And it's like, what in the hell? Do I have to mute? I've refused to mute it, I think. No, I think I accidentally muted it because I was muting a whole bunch of stuff at once, and I saw that and I just clicked it, and then I was like, oh damn it, because I didn't mean to have YouTube mute it. I wanted to have that in there because it was 1 second of a song. I was like, come on. It's just for my pumpkin dance overlay joke. But now that one has to be dead. We're reaching 50 degrees, but not very quickly. So I think I am going to accept this in my heart of hearts. It's probably not gonna. Yeah, it was literally for the. Here, it's this one. Let's quiet this one. Guess who back in the house? And then I get my channel deleted. Like. Ridiculous. 53 degrees, so we're still going up. I'll jump back to 51. I do that on the VODs that are on Twitch. On YouTube, it can't take channel 2. The software that I'm using it doesn't allow me to. I think I can at some point have it automatically mute all audio on channel 2. I think I have to go into the settings a little bit, but I haven't figured it out. Everybody likes suggesting that, but nobody's actually explored it to discover that it doesn't quite work that way. I think I just need to get into the settings. All right, if it's going to stick at 55, I'm okay with that. Yeah, for streaming on YouTube. But then when, because when I'm streaming, that's also creating the VOD upload already. And what I'm doing now, all the VOD work that I'm doing now is getting the back catalog up. All the stuff from the before times. Yeah, with what I have like a plugin that does, and I can't get into the settings right now because I'm using it. But, oh no, maybe I can modify? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, it looks like, the tool looks like this. Oh, I can't actually pull it up with, I can't change scenes while I pull it up. So the tool looks like this. And it censors the stream key. Service and output. Audio settings, shared with OBS. Encoder, get from OBS. Audio mixer 1. If I change it, I guess I can do that. I don't know what my audio bitrate is for the main stream, though. But if I do that, that should mean that now YouTube, and I'll have to go over and check, YouTube won't be able to hear my desktop. So I'm going to put my overlay up right now. Hey, that's all I needed to do. Guess who back in the house? Heels click, clacking about. But I have to wait until it broadcasts over on YouTube. And I'm still looking at stuff. Hold on. Okay, let's see if that shows up on YouTube. I'm listening to the YouTube now, which is super duper behind. Because right now it's at a low temperature. Look at how far behind this is. Why is this so slow? I can put the scope up on screen now. Guess who's back in the house? He'll look back in about. This is like a minute behind. This is ridiculous. All right, so I'm just gonna keep this up and we'll see what happens. Got so much stuff. Did anything happen over here? Iconic Bear resubbed for 43 months. What if I only have one thought? That was from like a million years ago. Sorry, Iconic Bear. I didn't know that was a sub. Where's the one that says? Oh, there it is. Baby Got Back is not RuPaul. Deep offense, huh? I think this thing is going to get significantly warmer. The studio stream is way slower than live. I don't know why it's happening like that. I don't know why it's that slow. Oh no, it is actually moving a little bit of air though. I feel 52 degrees. All right, I think we've reached our close to a steady state. I'm sorry, I kind of find it in your heart to forgive me. So there's two things that are going on. One, I'm also broadcasting on YouTube now. Two, I'm uploading my deep back catalog. How many videos do I have? How many videos do I have? How many videos do I have to upload still? I'm still in 2021. 307. Oh, so it's the same as my tweet. I didn't upload anything since the tweet. That's right. I'm trying to do 3 a day, at least. But it's a lot of work, because I got to go through and find all the chapters in all of my videos and listen to my own voice. Why is YouTube still hasn't reached where I am? When CosmoQuest streams to both, that YouTube's always behind. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, why it would lag like that. But like even my stream monitor, we're only at the part where I'm fooling around with the scope settings. It's like 2 minutes behind. I have 1 concurrent viewer though. There's Crash Organism over on YouTube. It's still going. Can I get a chart? I need like a what is it? Look how far behind this is. I'm still noodling around with the temperature on the scope screen. I just want to hear if RuPaul shows up. How'd the mods go? I've been busy all week. We didn't get to them. Get the first one on, and there was stuff under it, so I peeled it and tried to get the stuff off, and then put it back down, and there was more stuff underneath. And then I gave up on that one, and then we really tried to dust it very carefully, and I had to cut the top and the side to fit, because apparently it's just a little bit too large. Maybe your YouTube window is not live. It is absolutely live. It says live right there. I don't know. I think YouTube does not like larger file sizes. I think that's part of the thing. But no. So we had to cut the edges. So I cut the edges, and then we tried again, and dust kept getting under it. So I did a very quick wet process where we cleaned the screen very carefully. I spritzed it with stuff, and I peeled it and quickly put it on there. And then that was what did it. That got it on there without a ton of what do you call it? A ton of dust particles getting under. Because even when we were just trying to clean the screen, it was still like getting dust particles on there live. Like you could watch them appear on the screen. Well, I mean, then we're just getting into oscilloscope music. Is this, you guys are hearing this? Oh no, it's very, very quiet. Those VODs are gonna go in. Yeah, good. I don't want you guys to get like echo audio. 1241 to 1241 and a half. Oh my God, it's still going. I just want to wait and see if I can hear RuPaul from the pumpkin dance scene. 2 concurrent viewers, my God. Amazing. 2 bother channels. Yeah, we're gonna steal my own content while I'm making my own content. We'll watch a VOD while I'm normally streaming, and then I'll say everything that I say and make it sound like it's my original idea. YouTube stream faster than Twitch now. Come on, man. It's so far behind. It's like 3 minutes behind. To accept this in my heart of hearts, it's probably not gonna. Yeah, it was literally for the. Here, it's this Look at all these viewers. Excellent. Stream. The bees are happy, but yet... Oh. And then I get my channel deleted. Okay, so I heard that one. And then I waffle about how it's not possible for a little bit. 53 degrees. Yeah, it's very, very quiet. I'll jump back to 51. But I want to be able to hear... Do that on the VODs that are on Twitch. On YouTube, it can't... Okay, I'm waffling about right now. Let's just... Until I change that setting, it's going to be like 3 minutes or 4 minutes until I come around on this thing. And then I want to turn the volume back on and see if I can hear what's going on. I got to wait until I pull up the other desktop view. No, I can still hear it. We haven't tested it yet. It's not fixed yet. It's not fixed yet. Yes. We've already been here, Bother. We know what you're talking about. Move on. Change the setting in OBS so that I can test it by listening to it on YouTube. We should have done this at the start of stream when everything was linked up. How is this? How does it get behind? Is it broadcasting me but slightly slower? Am I talking a little slower on the other channel? What do you mean I'm not live? I'm looking at my live right now. Live. Yes, it's very lagged behind. Oh, are you saying it's playing it back? Oh, I see. So somewhere along the line, this fell back? Maybe it had to load at some point. I see what you guys are saying. So I could actually skip ahead. Oh, that doesn't work. I'll just wait until I get to the right thing. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It must have like paused at some point. Panel says 6 seconds of delay. Okay, I get it now. That's why it's behind by like a full minute. Well, this is a painfully slow thing that I didn't have to do. Welcome to streaming. So I'm going to put my overlay up right now. Hey, that's all I needed to do. I can still hear it. But I have to wait until... I can still hear it. All that to test that and have it not work. So technically, and I don't know, maybe these settings just don't go in until I broadcast again, but I set it to the audio mixer channel 2, and in OBS, if I go to, I need to go to advanced, channel 2, on desktop audio, advanced audio properties, channel 2 is not broadcast by desktop audio. So it shouldn't show up there. So we'll have to check that next stream. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Smith Clay. What are my audio settings in here though? Output audio, 48 kilohertz sample rate. What the fuck? 48? It should be way higher than that. It's 128 in this app. Does my audio sound super compressed? Output streaming, video bitrate, audio bitrate is 160 in here for some reason. Coder preset is P4 medium quality. Recording is just the same as, yeah, okay. Huh. Weird. Okay, yeah, I gotta look at that setting in a minute. All right, so the scope. Let's see what the temperature is at now that we've had it on for a little while. I'm on shitty earbuds, I'll never know. Yeah, I've never noticed terrible audio quality, but if I'm only 48 kilohertz, like, man, that's a low. 55 degrees. So it's not that much hotter than it was before. That looks like I'm willing to declare that a success. However, I will need to pop open the scope again and actually make holes that I'll be able to put the screws through. That said, I think we're out of stuff because you know, modifying the fan itself, it's just going to be a little bit of fiddly work, and I'll do that in the background. You guys don't need to see me do that. How's OBS running? That seems, no, that's good. That seems all right. It's a little larger than I'm used to it being. uploads will continue. I'm going to continue to upload things to the VOD channel. I'm going to see the VOD channel. Where's it? Where can I type this in? Where can I type this in? VOD channels right there. It's like gotta wait for Stream Ninja or whatever, Social Ninja to catch up. What are we working on tomorrow? Well, it's Friday and I don't really want to do anything, so we'll see what goes on. I'm still getting used to the new setup. I gotta figure out what a good project's gonna be. I got a bunch of fires burning right now. We've got a bunch of projects that we are working on. I promise you I am working on these projects. We do need to get back to burn the subs. I've got a pile of synthesizers sitting to my left here that we have schematics for, unlike the 303. 303 I'm gonna have to go through and peel out all the elements and get it on a piece of paper and actually like be able to analyze it so that I know what happens everywhere. Start a new one. That's easy enough. I could just pick something out and start a new project. No, we're not starting new projects. I need to finish things. So maybe we can tune crimes and ornamentation, and I'm going to continue to say it that way, even though it's ornamentation and crimes, because everybody wants to sound smart and correct you, and I just want to say crime. Like, maybe we'll work on that module a little bit so we can like figure out what it does and have fun with that. The speaker is another thing. The skull speaker, we need to finish laying out that circuit that we already know what it is, right? We already know what that circuit's going to be, and we'll power the whole thing with 5 volts, and then we'll be able to get our full volume out of it, and I can use it as monitor audio and it'll look cool instead of the dumb square computer speakers that I have over there. So maybe we work on that one a little bit. That was the first one that I dual streamed to YouTube, and that was the first one I streamed to YouTube, and we never finished it. So that just needs a little bit of work for me. All right, that said, here is all the channel information and stuff that you would ever need. We should probably add the VOD channel to it. Oh, there's Rockin' New Year on the skull speaker. It's not that close to New Year, is it? No. All right. You guys, can we, like, I mean, we've got some people here. Let's just open up Twitch and see if we can raid into another channel. I don't think we really will, but, yeah, just, it's the usuals. I don't see no donut or anything like that we can hit. So everything else is gaming. You know, you guys can choose between a bunch of different super popular streamers. What are you guys saying? I lost my chat window because I moved it over there. Oh, and then it didn't scroll. Scroll. Ah, my head. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I will be back tomorrow, and I guess we're probably going to be working